got
Yeah,
it.
it's changed to be a spectator. That way, they can't see your mouse.
Perfect. That way I can't touch it.
Yep.
Awesome.
That way you can't check
Alrighty.
theories like I did during your game with Cherry.
Don't know what you're talking about. Alright, we live?
Yep.
Sweet. Alright, well, let's see what we got for rosters when both of these two kind of load up. Did you look at Maxijon at all?
Nope.
Nope. Gotcha. I'm
I just
actually
saw
really
the
hoping to get
Hellfire
the
and the
Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Who
I'm not
does?
gonna be surprised if it's Hellfire.
I didn't look to see which one was more. Like probably. Um. Whoa. Okay. Looks like we got one Mystique game, two Hellfire Club games to get to cuts, and three Sentinels. All right. So interesting. So it's definitely a.
Steve Vengers. Oh no, he's got Steve and Sam.
Mm-hmm. Steve
Oh,
and
and some
Sam Vengers.
Hellfire.
We got
Oh, it's a
it's
mix list.
Hellfire Brotherhood. Yeah.
That's sick. Okay.
Mm-hmm. This looks very. I don't see my Hellfire Club. There's no Hellfire Club in here. This is just Brotherhood.
Wow. Oh, okay.
That's just an Emma Splash. Well, I think Emma's actually in Brotherhood, but anyways, okay.
Very neat.
And then, ooh, did you see the characters in this Avengers list though? I love it. Oh,
You get
cool. I love it. They have
Heimdall. President. Wow.
Rainbow. Yep. Why do you think I love it?
Looks like we got some prio being rolled. Ooh, Max winning with
Ooh,
4.
a big four too. Very good. This is gonna be a fun one. So we'll probably see Max take secures here, I would imagine, right? Like that's just kind of the name of the game.
Scoundrels, Extremis, Fisk. Scoundrels, Sword, Meteors. Yeah,
Okay.
I would take blues for sure.
I could
These.
actually see Maxijon taking his extracts here and just gambling on the sword roll. Because they have Scoundrels and Fisk are the same. Oh
Barely
wait, no,
same.
there's Deadly Meteors, not Fisk.
Okay.
I don't know. I thought I saw two Fisks. That's on me. Interesting. We have a really experienced Steve Vengers player. This is gonna be so cool. I'm like super excited to see how this turns out. You played Steve Vengers a little bit when we got started playing, right?
Yeah. It was also for the thing of
Oh,
before I got too into buying mini boxes. We got
yep. I
Paranoia and
think
Meteors. Oh boy.
yeah. So I think we kind of read it right where Maxijon actually picked his extracts here. I think he wanted to avoid researcher potentially
That's
because he doesn't
valid.
have.
But you want mags on researchers?
Yeah, you definitely want a Mags team on researcher. I feel just to try to blow the board off. And I wonder what threat.
That's a choice.
16 and 17, so I feel like if you're the Brotherhood player, you probably want to see 16 here, because then you're gonna get to run Jugs, Mystique, Hulk, Toad. Right? Is that right, math? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That would be a
Meteors.
really, really good call for them. And I mean, even 17, you just upgrade that Toad to a Pyro, you're still affiliated, or you can upgrade that Toad to a Blob here. I would probably go Pyro, but this is gonna be a big center scrum. A big old center scrum.
Can't wait to see some slapping happening.
Oh yeah. So what have you been playing? I know you've been on X Force. Are you eyeing anything else?
No, I think I'm just sticking with X Force. I really like Cable. I really like Gun. It's just a
Really
fun
like
list.
Gun. Power Slide Pew Pew is really fun.
It's either that or I dabbled in the Hellfire. The one game I tried it did terribly. Uh, Wakanda. I don't I don't want to be a convert to Wakanda.
You don't want to convert and join the team?
Nope.
That makes sense. There can only be one of us. Only one of us, Cole, play Wakanda. Oh, did you just turn the
Yeah, I
off?
just turned stream review.
Gotcha.
I was just trying to see if there's another profile picture we got. Randy measuring his turd, or Maxijon's profile picture. I just wanted to see
Oh,
if
what a good episode. What a good episode of South Park.
What about you? Sorry, go back to teams. What about you for Wakanda?
Yeah, if you've played with me recently, it's Wakanda. It's been Wakanda for 2024. I don't anticipate a change anytime soon. Even if they touch R&D, they touch Spirit of Wakanda, they're just fun. Like I've had a lot of fun with all three of the leaders at this stage. And a lot of success with Baku. Love me some Baku. All right, we're seeing the rotation of the map. I think it's going to be important. There's two size 4s on the map, so picking your side here is going to be really important because they're not on the same like axis, so to speak.
Yep.
Oh.
Yeah, which one can be your benefit and which one's really gonna screw you?
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm just gonna add threat there.
17 threat.
All right, so yeah, I think I'd be pretty happy here as the Brotherhood player. Got a lot of good options for getting those paranoias and getting back to safety.
And just putting them on beefcakes.
Yep.
Or annoying characters.
Getting one onto Toad and then potentially sending it to, or, you know, not putting one on Toad, maybe grabbing one off of someone else later so they can go pick up a second after being aggressive. I had that happen to me recently. It was a feels good, man.
Yeah. Do you have the stream pulled up to look at chat?
No, let me pop that open right now. Thank you.
Collar makes a good point. It is kind of rough going for white on Paranoia.
That is. Oh,
Yeah, and you can't take to 17.
very true. I need to chat out.
You think we definitely see that? Yeah. Wide with Hulk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so you can go like Mystique, Hulk, Blob, Pyro, Toad. Am I doing that?
I gotta pull up his actual list. One more.
Yeah. Mystique, Blob, Pyro, Toad, Hulk would be really good, probably. Punches pretty hard. Blob can easily knock people off them points. That'd be pretty fun.
Gotta respect that blob spender.
Yeah, Midnight Blob Magori is a wonderful spender, man. Like, it's just a wonderful spender. Yeah, that's also a really good point. You could swap in a 4 threat in Blob's stead if you wanted to go Jugs, and I think he's running like Dynamo, which would actually be a pretty good
Yeah, let me
choice
scroll
here,
up here.
just to protect himself.
He had Sam, he had Emma, Dynamo.
Mm-hmm.
He had
I could
Rhino
see
as well.
Sam.
There could be a
I
Rhino.
could see Sam over Blob here.
Yeah, I like the Rhino play there. So yeah, you take this as a rivalry, you control who's holding on to what.
Absolutely. Oh, we're getting some activations here. Let's see what we're getting. Just as a reminder to anyone who's watching currently, if you are playing a game and your opponent might have streamer view open when you activate, just make sure they're also ready to activate. Otherwise,
Yep.
they might be able to see some of your characters. I don't think that happened here, but just to be safe. And it looks like we got the Juggy Rhino
We
spam.
got the
So,
Juggy Rhino.
yep, very good call out on the list there. Very good call out on
Oh,
the
and we're
list.
looking like fixing some wide cards
We love
on
a wide
Jeremiah's
card.
side. Yep. last game I played in the Lunch Meat League, I had a wide Red Skull card that stuck around once I deleted the character tray. It made it you were actually able to read when you zoomed in on it. It took up the entire screen. It was perfect.
That's lovely. Oh, he's doing it. Yeah, he's that. I really do like this the Jug squad here. Do you know who I am? Pyrotechnics. This is a robbery. You've got some just exquisite extract control there.
Yeet some stuff around.
Mm-hmm. Just some chef's kiss, and then you've got in case you get thrown around, you've got Asteroid M to get back in the fight right away. I don't see a brace. Did the Brotherhood player have brace in their list? They did. That I think that we're gonna see them use "Do You Know Who I Am" early on the vendor shop.
Yeah.
Yeah, just to get that size 4 out of the way. I'd be terrified. This is one
That's
of the
very
reasons
fair.
why I love running like a Beta Ray Bill and
It's like, well, you could
like
potentially use
Hulk
that if he gets the
face
power on
bomb.
Rhino. Steve, yeah,
That's
I
also
mean,
true.
don't have to be too scary of it. College right, Steve doesn't have that many throws. Did see a Thor.
Mm-hmm.
Scary if he runs the Thor.
I don't think he did. I think I saw Zemo, Sam, and Agent Venom. Or no, it was Black Panther.
Yeah,
I
we
just
got
have
a original Cap. It's looking like,
OG Cap, Dynamo,
yeah,
Black Panther, Black Widow, and Baron Emo. Looks like we got some good.
reserve members: Indomitable, Avengers Assemble, Brace for Impact, and Mission Objective. Not
I have
bad
to
that
remind
will.
myself what reserve men.
It's one of the new core
Oh,
box ones. It's really fun.
he's gonna reserve members on Dynamo for sick beams. For that's why he's got a yeah, because it's with a leadership ability. So that's also why he's running Black Panther. So he can potentially get the die from Black Panther or from
It looks
Steve.
like it's going on Zemo.
Ooh, that also works. I don't know why for some reason my brain thought Zemo was affiliated with Avengers every. I apologize. Baron Zemo.
Baron Zemo is one of their best friends.
Oh, yep, that's also true. Reading the card explains the card. They have to
Yeah,
be
three
3
thread less only. Okay, we got some Dynamo placed mid dead center. We got Jugs facing up on their middle right side Paranoia. Pyro facing up on the far right side Paranoia, and Origin Bomb. Black Widow's probably, gonna do her thing of picking something up and running away.
Oh, absolutely.
A valuable piece.
That's her job. She can easily get some good cover on the outside of that size 4 too if she wants to pick up that Paranoia. Man.
We got Brotherhood starting off with priority.
So if you were the Brotherhood player, who would you be activating first?
That's a hard one. It's like, Jugs can pick up, scoot safely back, be somewhere.
I think that's probably the play. Just going up with Jug, safe grab, scoot back a little bit. You can even potentially look at just being safe, standing on the meteor instead of getting to flip it.
Also, Toad can potentially grab a disturbance and keep it away from Black Widow, but I don't know.
I think we're gonna see probably Jugs first. If I was a gambling man, I'd say Jugs.
The shame it's a pay to flip. I would love to see the other side of Mystique's leadership being used. It'll secure.
Yeah, there's a lot of really like safe areas with the terrain here. It's very true. Very true. So game plan wise, what do you think the Steve player is? It just going to be running around and scoring? Do you think we're going to see some early punches coming out of them from I don't know Zemo? Hopefully, some good strong Zemo punches early.
I mean, Zemo's got the charge online right away.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of weird. He's got to get himself in a good spot. But I have a feeling there's going to be a fight in the center, but also size 4 on the far left side.
Mm-hmm.
One of the big guys is going to gravitate towards that and just try to use that.
It looks like we'll probably see Rhino on that side. If I was a bet, I think we'll see Rhino gravitate towards that side, and we'll probably see Do You Know Who I Am as a character throw potentially later. Hopefully after that braces.
All right, deployment's off. One side's
Mm-hmm.
powered up.
All right.
And yep, starting with the safe grab from Jugs.
Mm-hmm. I think it means or makes the most sense here. Just getting a good double walk, pick it up, do a scoochy scooch away. Ooh, kickflip on the one.
Absolutely color again. Do You Know Who I Am on Crimson is a very good use of the card. Chucks him way out of there, gets him way out of that disruption range.
Oh yeah.
Also, it's a good way to bait out Brace because that is a size 3 brick being thrown in.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing Jugs pick up a thing, and with Mystique's leadership, he is gaining that power back afterwards.
Like a champ.
And now he's sliding.
Straight back? Or are we gonna see him go lean towards where Pyro? Yeah,
I,
that makes sense.
yeah, I would not be mad about that. Looks like it's preventing the origin bomb. It's really pushing them towards. You have to take the disturbance.
Mm-hmm. He could even potentially stand on the front of it and look at body blocking him. Like Zemo is gonna come in pretty hard here,
I feel like
so we'll
that's
probably see.
if he gets too close to the front, that's a charge.
I think he's gonna get charged, but he's also gonna get pounced if he's too aggressive with that. Because Black Panthers, I believe, pounds cost 2, so he can easily do a run pound and get an attack off still into Juggernaut, which is pretty good. That's definitely something I would be looking to do if I was the Black Panther owner on this. Like he's just whipping around.
Go Scoot and Boogie pretty fast.
We love a pound.
Yeah, he's checking to make sure he's not blocking Pyro's first movement. So that forced that.
Yeah, I would be fairly comfortable playing a bit more aggressively with Juggernaut here. The biggest hitters are looking at him, which is Zemo
And the biggest
uh,
hitters are
Black
physical, and
Panther.
he's got a little bit better
Yeah.
physical. Yeah, they're talking about last game, the when Lucas was streaming. Jugs got
Oh
torn
no.
apart by Thanos.
Oh, for sure. Oh man. Jugs does not love uh Jugs does not love a thing.
Cosmic level threats coming at him. All right, we're
Oh,
seeing
I
power
still
phase.
power face for the Avengers.
I, I mean, the Black Widow play is tempting, but it's also I don't want to just line. You don't want to line up a deception.
Mm-hmm. You really can't go that side. You almost have to. Oh, I think we might see
Can
it. I think we see. Yeah, a walk deception potentially. That's could be a very strong play here, just to get Black Widow further on the side of the field. Alrighty, I think that's going to be what's committed to here. So, okay, I don't know how I would be. Oh, quite not quite what you're looking for there. Ah!
You love to see it, and it's just like, yeah, you know where she's going. She's
Yep,
gonna end up there.
yep. And I was trying to figure out how we can pick that part up. There we go. Just a good old double move there. I really don't know how much I like that play. Um, that is very scary.
Because that is a, yeah, Mystique walks up,
Mhm.
bumps her around. Can't get
Yeah,
super far in there, but that's in there enough. I don't know. But then that's also deception on a two threat.
that's. I mean, it's deception on a two threat.
It's
That's
his
also scoring
deception.
you a VP currently,
Yeah. Yeah. Then there's the
and
eyes.
it's bringing her so far. Like you could probably get her to a spot where she's going to be within 3 of Rhino, which I think is about to check.
I
Because
think it's just out.
you think that's gonna be out? I think that's gonna be in. I think. Oh, maybe not. Rhino's a big boy.
Oh, nope. It's
I
got
think
it.
that's
It's
in.
got it.
Yeah, I think that that's in.
Yeah, if she doesn't die here, she can be assembled back. But that's also, she could be deceptioned over, and then Mystique can shoot her.
Yep. It's. I think that's what we're probably gonna see is a walk deception pew pew. Because now you've got to get 3 damage through, and Mystique turns off martial artist, or no, it's a counter strike that she turns off.
Counter Strike, I believe.
Yeah, it's because it's reactive
Yep.
and yep, reactive tactic cards. So yeah, I think we're gonna see it about to happen. We love an aggressive Mystique play. We love an aggressive play. So I mean, I would be pretty happy here trading Deception for Avengers Assemble. You're not gonna get her back that much further. She's coming pretty far into your back line.
Ooh, look at that careful placement.
Making very sure that he's getting the maximum out of that. Inside of 2, so
Blanks.
at
She'll get
least
blanks
getting
on
blanked,
defense,
yeah.
yeah.
Um, hmm.
Do we see another Mystique
I
move,
was
or do
like,
we see
that's what I
shots?
was. I think that's what we're trying to figure out. Yep,
Yep.
there it is.
We're
So
seeing some guns
wait,
going off.
it's time. It's time for pew pews.
Let's match them up.
That's what I was thinking, Colin. I would really think, okay, we've got so far 3 coming from Mystique, and looks like 1 block, 4 coming from Mystique, 1 block on the side of Black Widow, so 3 goes through for the days. And we do, yeah, would have had the rapid fire too.
Toad is gonna get
So
a disturbance.
yeah, I think Toad gets disturbance from just kind of hanging out. Is what it might look like. Wow, that is probably just about exactly. I don't know. Maybe the Mystique player wanted 1 less damage for the rapid fire for the extra power, but yeah, that was about the perfect roll for the attrition player here.
Yep.
Yeah, that's just chef's kiss. That's exactly what you want to see as the Mystique player. All right, now how does the Avengers player get back in? Are we gonna see the Zemo commit to that side? I think he's
He's thinking
checking.
about it.
He's thinking about it.
I don't
I
know. That's a
don't
rough.
think that
That's
you
a
do
rough
that.
dive. Yeah.
I think you're. Yeah, I was gonna say just probably walk with Steve to get to the point. I would that disturbance is so far gone that you're not getting there. You would have had to have Black Panther on that side of the board or Zemo on that side of the board to start with, and even then, I don't think that that's a good idea. So yeah, I think your probably best option is to try to maybe contest the center here, take the disturbance. or go and try to take the disturbance by Juggy, but I don't think you go for the disturbance by Black Widow. I think that's a foregone situation.
Yep. It's a little rough spot. So you don't want to engage too much on the Jug side because Pyro is a little bit, spicy there. You won't be able to you can double walk and get the Origin Bomb, but also if you can move up and shoot someone, potentially get the Incinerate off and spread it around. That is not the spot you want to be after being shot so hard.
Want to probably play about as okay.
But we're seeing a Dynamo move up for that reduced power. Nice. But
move, walk, and then
he could do his charge up, yeah.
Charge up and get extra power, pick it up and flip it.
I think you want to place Air more on the side of the Origin Bomb here, one away from the disturbance, get behind the van, because that's the only place you're gonna get some cover.
I completely agree. I think that you want to get as far away from. I just think honestly you probably take that position there.
Yeah.
Within one of both. Yeah. The distance is gonna be a little bit better. Rhino can walk and end up next to you, but Rhino could have done that if you were standing on the van anyways. Or standing next to the van anyways, because I think that's a size 3, so you don't sight block there. Put that wrong. Looking at potentially dealing 2 damage to Carrico.
Is he flipping the point?
Doesn't look like.
Oh, he's keeping the 1 power available for Disruption Matrix.
Did we miss? Is there a pass here?
No, Max is, I think Max is measuring off.
Oh, Max is measuring off to see what he's got going. Okay. Interesting. I think I probably would have gone for the flip there because now I think Rhino can. Like, it's not a great set of odds because I think Rhino's what a 3-3-2, right? Yeah. It's still going up against one person. I think I would have gone for the flip there while you don't have any opposing models standing next to you. Oh, shucks. I think we're gonna see some Toad. Yep.
Yep, we're gonna see Toad move up, grab that disturbance, go hide on the other side of the size 4.
Grab the disturbance and then flip it too.
Yep, that refund is really nice.
Really fun here. Luckily, did not end up with the stand next to secures. Those would have been really. This would have put the Avengers player into a much deeper hole, unfortunately. But luckily, we have Meteors. Meteors is nice. I honestly don't even think you need to go too far over on that side. With Toad, you can.
Oh, I think you definitely wait. Oh, he wants to be within 1 as well to make it harder for Steve. Okay.
Make it harder for the reflip.
See if good old Toady gets it.
Looks good. Just start with. There we go.
He gets it.
Awesome.
It's once per turn. Okay, it's the extract. Okay.
Wonder what that.
The world may never know.
The things that happen in a TTS lobby. So yeah, I was gonna say I think we just see Zemo end up doing a charge here. I think I would like to see Steve move up first, so you can get the reserve members off as well.
Zemo just has it on him now, no matter what.
Yeah, that way you can get the because I think Steve has to be within 2, correct? Yeah.
Oh yes, that's with the leadership. Okay.
So that's why I think he wants to probably move one of these leaders, and then we'll see Zemo activate last with hopefully a good plan. A good plan to kill.
What do you think he's gonna eat? Walk Panther up, throw him at Jugs. Ooh, we're gonna see the Zemo charge into Toad.
Oh, we're seeing this right away.
We're seeing the Zemo charge into Toad. Nice.
Interesting. Yep. I think I would have waited, but let's see how this turns out. Like, this could still end up pretty well.
I think you want to place yourself near the origin bomb. You want to be able to take that back. Yep. There we go.
Absolutely. There's the charge.
All right. See if Zemo brings it. Ooh, Zemo brought some thunder.
Okay. Pretty good so far. We've got 1 block from the Toad, plus cover. Well, no cover.
No cover. Yep, 1 block. Zemo reroll. In a minimum of 2. Yeah, we got 2 damage going through. Which honestly puts him in a solid spot.
Yes, and I mean now the Toad player can choose to do a slippery. You probably don't, just to make it harder to flip that.
Yeah.
But honestly, yeah, you could easily slippery away here and just say, okay, here you go, Zemo. You didn't kill Toad. Toad's now going to be able to get away pretty distant. I don't think we see slippery though.
Definitely was, it's definitely hoping for the Zemo spike back. Take out the 2 threat and change for X2
we
threat.
do see slippery.
Ooh.
Slippery, or is it? Yeah, it's got to be.
Yep, it's a slippery.
Because, yeah, Zemo could still fail this. It's still a roll. Oh, hey. Got it. Right? Yeah, he got it, but he took a damage, so not the best outcome there. All right, this is where I think the pyro placement here is going to be pretty important, because if you put him, he's got to go in front of Jugs, unfortunately, which is just going to leave your much weaker pyro model to getting pounced at by Panther.
But he likes catching bodies. What do you mean?
Yes, absolutely. Who doesn't love catching a Black Panther charging at you at Mach 10? All right, so we'll see that, and I think we'll probably see the flip here from Pyro. Yep, that makes sense.
Success and no damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We have a 3 paranoia lead.
Mm-hmm.
Only 1 objective so far.
Currently speaking, we can basically watch this. I'm going to make a bold prediction. Steve Rogers is going to run to the center point and try to flip it, because he needs to get someone within range 2 of this dynamo to get that bonus MP. Otherwise, he's going to go down so much on extracts.
Yeah. You're absolutely right.
If he can't put Steve there because of the distance, he's got to put Black Panther, and that's just brutal, it feels. I think he can get Steve there. I think it's a bit tight.
If you are Jeremiah, are you still committing Black Panther to the jug side?
Oh, that's a great question. I actually don't think he can. I'm watching him like do these measurements on Steve, and I think Steve is in range to get there, but I think with where Crimson Dynamo is standing, it might not actually work. So I
I
think
think
he
he kind of gets just to the left side of Crimson Dynamo and like between him and the Origin Bomb a little bit. I think the two
I
mediums gets him there.
I hope you're I really do, because if not, that's going to be a really tough cookie. Because then you would have to go with Black Panther there. I don't hate sending Black Panther over there to try to get something off of Pyro, but your chances of doing so and getting anything off of those two models right now, at least in the first two rounds, probably pretty low. Even with opening with the move, pounce, punch into Pyro, you're maybe getting 2 damage, 3 damage through. You don't have priority though, so your Black Panther is either going to get, picked on by Juggernaut, or Pyro's just going to walk away after rooting and slowing you, which effectively turns your leadership off for the first time you use the superpower, and worse for this.
Yeah, that hurts.
So I honestly don't think so. I think you try to avoid that side with Black Panther, but we'll see how this goes. And it looks like we're seeing this. Okay, he can't
Yep.
get there. That's good.
And he's going to take
That
advantage of
is
the
good.
line of sight blocking. Yep. As much as he can, because Rhino can still walk up there and see both of them because he's a big boy.
Rhino's got big legs.
Ooh, that was close. One hit, 3 blanks. It's always feels bad to see Steve spending points on things that aren't cubes, because you really want
All
him to be
right.
able to bodyguard and defend himself.
I mean, the good news is he's in his home affiliation where he's going to reduce that first bodyguard.
And Dynamo's got that disruption field up right now, so it
Yep.
needs a bit.
So he's pretty tough to take down currently speaking. Like the models that are close to Dynamo are pretty safe this early round, unless we see just like an astronomical spike. Excuse me.
Ooh, do we see him charge? He's gonna go for the Zemo. Yeah.
I can see him going for a move, hit the Zemo, try to get onto that back point and flip it.
Yep. Absolutely. And he can do so without being in range 3 of Dynamo. Yes, he can.
Looks like. I really like this play from the Brotherhood player.
Yes.
I really like
Ooh, we
it.
got
And
3 coming
a
in.
pretty good roll too.
Only blocking 1 so far. Explode that crit. And he's a
And they
Zemo
got the
reroll.
Zemo reroll.
Okay, so blocking 2. Blocking 3 of it.
Wow. Okay.
Zemo stays alive. But he gets to the point for sure.
Gets to the point and can flip it or try to flip it for free. Every day of the week, man. Every day of the week.
Just a big
This
satisfying base right there on top of that massive building.
this Mystique team does look very fun to play. I do agree with that, Deaton. Just extract, control, central. Gotta see 2 successes here. Only
Got
gonna see 1.
none. Just the 1, so nothing coming for him.
Yep.
Okay, so that's
Okay, so scoring out here, unless we see a massive spike from Panther into Pyro, this is a very scary, even with him counting blanks, this is not something I would feel comfortable doing. This is going to be so cool though. I want to see how this turns out, because this could very easily take out
he's sending
Pyro.
it. He's sending
Yep,
it.
because we got 3 damage from the pounce.
Okay.
Pyro's going to have to try to block 3.
Pyro blocks 1 so far. Okay. Edge of my seat.
Oh,
Pyro blocks
that
too.
that was so slow motion. So Pyro takes
Takes-
one, and yeah, now
Ooh.
we're gonna see the attack. Not a great attack coming in.
And Pyro
Huge
just
block.
throwing
So
hands.
now you can't resolve the push here, and I think you should be trying to resolve that push, but I don't think it's gonna get him off the point. I think that he's stopped so hard on that juggernaut, he doesn't. Yeah, he's not gonna be able to move anywhere. I don't. Well, he doesn't have the tool quite.
Yeah.
There we go. And he's we. I don't think he can
He
squeeze by
can't,
that
no.
jugs. I think he's basically stuck there. So you're not really getting him off the point at all.
Nope.
Oh yeah, no, he
And no
immediately.
damage, no power to spend. That is
Yep.
Panther
And
stranded.
now Pyro's gonna wake up next turn on 2, which is you don't want that.
Stoke,
That's
yeah.
the polar opposite of what you want to see as that Panther player.
And we're scoring out a 4-3 lead. Brotherhood side.
We've
Oh wait,
got
5,
no. It
5,
should be
4.
5-4. Yeah, 5-4. Because we got 3 extracts and 1 secure with the bonus VP from the Paranoias. We've got bonus VP from Paranoia from Crimson Dynamo and 2 secures. Yep, so 4.
Yeah, Panther does hate that firewall so much.
Yeah. Panther's gonna get firewalled, and Pyro's gonna have a great day. And it hurts my soul because I love Black Panther now.
And we still have Asteroid M online for any
Yep,
shenanigans later.
still have Asteroid M. We still have Pyrotechnics. We've got some pretty strong cards on the side of the Brotherhood player here.
Who are you
And we
opening up
don't.
with?
I think you open up with Pyro here. I think you can easily hit Black Panther with a firewall, and I think you can then start to check distances because it looks like Cap might be.
I don't know if he's.
I don't think he's in beam range, but I don't think you're going to be wanting to throw a taxer. But you can easily
Yeah.
start throwing some fire blasts into Black Panther and looking at getting that incinerate
Wow, he
too.
is.
And
They're
I think
both
that's.
range 4.
Mhm.
Oh no, just Cap. Okay, that's wild.
So I think we're gonna see 2 fire blasts and a firewall potentially come out on Black Panther here. A fire blast into Black Panther, one into Captain, just to get some incinerates passed around. Or potentially even
Jug's gonna turn him into a
Jugs.
missile.
That could hurt. That could really hurt. The taking another turn with Crimson Dynamo just to get back to the center of the board to get in position. Because he also has a paranoia is kind of brutal.
I'm not thinking he. I don't think he gets there off of one move though. So
No, he doesn't.
I'll hold that in his pocket.
He would have to. I think I would go with Pyro here. And if not Pyro, I would probably actually be looking at
Toad.
Toad or Mystique. Because
From how many times I've played Pop the Toad, I would hide Toad right now. You know, he can
for
he can
sure.
scoot over into Jeremiah's side of the board and just hang out in the back,
Mm-hmm.
away from Widow.
I think no matter where Toad goes, you're gonna see Zemo follow. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So I think the solution there is you're gonna want to try to take care of Zemo if you want to protect Toad. I wouldn't look. Hey, if Black Widow dazes Toad here, okay, that happens. It's I have never seen a Black Widow spender daze or KO anyone. I really hope that happens this game.
Double tap Steve, Firewall Panther, try to remove the Widow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're looking at a Firewall onto Panther.
Mm-hmm.
That is a slow cat. He is not liking that.
No.
Ooh, and then he's just gonna walk away.
Yeah, I that was something that I was thinking about, just getting him out of the way. So then now Black Panther's option is to commit to coming over there and maybe doing a walk pounce, which isn't great. Which is not great. I don't know. I think I agree with Deaton here that I would probably be throwing some attacks into
Or at least
Steve.
throw one
Yeah,
at him before you walk away.
at least I would. Then again,
Because Panther
I
can't
like to
pounce.
roll dice.
Yeah.
Yeah, Panther can't pounce this turn now because he's been rooted. Root, you fickle beast, you.
Yeah, that's where I definitely whip a shot at Cap. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Walk away. Have the power to root Panther again after he, potentially clears it this turn. Just spend the entire game being a rude dude.
Mm-hmm. I would. Why not? Like, you got a bit of a stranglehold on the extracts here. The only way that the Avengers player gets extracts off of you is by dazing you. So I really think that as the Brotherhood player, it looks like he's just trying to maximize just keep away right now. So I think we're gonna probably see Zemo go. Um oh? Are we gonna see Cap go? Is that what that range 4 is measuring to? Oh, even better. Crimson Dynamo. Okay, I see now. I may not play against Winterguard enough because I forgot that Crimson Dynamo is not just a splash character, that he's also a leader, who also is a viable target for reserve members in terms of procking it.
Very valid.
Well, so far, Mike, they're doing pretty well on the Brotherhood side. So hopefully we can see Brotherhood go at least 1 and 2. How about that? Well, we're gonna root for the Brotherhood player here. We'll see. Let's see how this Dynamo attack goes in. Getting one beam off of there. I think you should probably just do the little boost thing, right? Little propulsion thrusters.
It's a little bit shorter than I don't know. Sorry, I was looking down at my phone. It's a little bit shorter than a small movement, so I don't think he would have the range to get Toad and Mystique on that.
He's actually not. Is he a duel? Is the Brotherhood a duel? No, I think it's just straight Brotherhood, if I
Yeah,
remember
it was
correctly.
just
I
straight
might have
Brotherhood.
misspoke.
We thought it was a Hellfire
Yeah,
because there was Emma, but it ended up not having my Hellfire club.
just an Emma splash, like an absolute Chad. Yeah, I think we're just gonna see Zemo start chasing down because I don't think that you can essentially take that off turn. Because if you go with Dynamo there and you don't, once again, if you don't take out that Toad is gonna leave, and then you're gonna kind of be facing down a similar situation that you've got over on the other side of the board with Pyro.
Ooh, he's charging in, hitting a Toad.
Mm-hmm. Maybe. I think he's really contemplating which of these two moves he wants.
I don't blame him.
So
The short move gets
I
you there.
I th- mm,
I don't know if I like it though.
I think a range 2 place gets you there too. I really do.
Yeah, it's right. It
Eyeballing
goes
this
to
right
like right where
now.
the bottom of the place thing is.
Yeah, yep, he's double checking that.
Oh, it's in the
He's
middle of
eyeballing
top.
it.
Yeah.
I don't blame him. I would be doing the same thing.
He's scooting.
Mm-hmm. I think you take the gamble here, but I really do think that that puts both of them in range. Um, as someone who has measured
Here's what
many
we
a
see.
Spirit of Wakandas,
Oh, Toad's out.
and this is why you don't listen to the casters, everyone. Um, this is why you don't listen to us because we're wrong.
So it feels bad. I think you can still throw one.
Oof. That's where I don't know. I think I probably would have done the boost. If I'm being honest with everyone here.
That is literally just a matter of you. It hits the difference between
That
like the
is.
way he angled it to. If he has it a little bit more towards Zumo, I think he would have got it. That's so
I think
hard.
you're probably right. I think you're probably right. I think he could have. I think it was possible. I don't know if. I don't know. But I think that we see at least. Oh no, he's going for the move too.
I mean, the move also gets you, it negates Mystique cover.
Mm-hmm.
But
It
the sad
negates.
part there, if you get within 2 of her, is she gets her blanks.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually, I think I still cede cover to her there.
I don't think that his main target's not Mystique. I'm pretty sure it's
Yep.
gonna be that Toad, right? So it's tough because it feels like he's almost doing it to get to the Toad. But the other problem with this play, though, now that I'm kind of looking at it, is you're putting your only extract holder next to a Rhino,
Not within
and
1, but he's still within 3, yeah.
yeah, not within 1, but he's within 3. So you know who loves starting within range 3 of an extract holder, though? Rhino.
This is a Rhinobbery.
Yeah, this is exactly where you get Rhinobbed out of. Like, he's gonna Rhinob you of all of your goods.
Ooh, he's placing pretty aggressively deep.
Very. I think he's also trying to keep in mind that reserve members and mission objective too, I think. So he does have that to at least fall back on.
Oh yeah, the mission objective
So
hand back.
he's gonna fall back on mission objective at least. So he's got that. So he's got the Rhinobbery counter, I suppose.
And he gets a Zemo reroll, so it's gonna be a spicy beam here.
Hmm.
Alright,
He's got
who do you go into
he,
first here? Do you go Toad?
I I think you go into I honestly don't. I think it's
Whoever
kind
it
of a
was, he got the
wash.
shock.
There's the BMO reroll, sending 3. Let's see who took the damage. They'll take 2.
Walking 1, taking 2. It was
Looks like he
Mystique.
went
Ooh,
Mystique
shocks
first.
Mystique. 2-3 dice is not gonna feel good.
Mm-hmm. The shock on Mystique is
And the
good.
Toad, ooh, sending 2. Toad's blocking 1 if this... Oh no, he can't. Yeah, Toad stays alive
Yep.
here. Oh, does not convert the Zemo reroll.
Yep.
Just 2 and a
And then
shock.
I think you just slippery away now. Now Toad is
Takes 1
gone.
damage. Yeah, this is the worst spot for Toad, like, to be facing a Toad. He's just boot scooting boogieing.
I was gonna say I don't think we're gonna see too much not slippering away here.
What do you put him?
Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, you go.
Yeah,
You just
back
get
that
the hell
way.
out. Yeah, you get the hell out of Dodge. You go straight to your.
Yeah, this is what I was hoping for. Yeah, this you want to send him this way because Zemo with a long move still he has to move and then charge.
Yep, because he can't go over that size 4. I mean, he could probably. Do you think he can? He can't clear that size 4 with a small move. So yeah,
If he
you're looking
places
at.
directly across it, he gets barely across, I think.
I don't think he does. I'm eyeballing it, but like, actually, you know what? My last eyeball was wrong. I'm probably wrong. He probably does. Um, but I mean, like, let's think of the resource gain here. If you move Zemo away,
I mean, if Zemo spends his entire turn taking down Toad,
we'll
that's not bad.
we'll watch this Mystique hopefully clear the shock, double tap Natasha. If Zemo walks away at that point, then you will get Rhino. I
Yeah,
think that this is actually this is super super smart because we're
that is
we're gonna
alternate.
see because now Toad can either double walk or we can watch exactly what I was just kind of talking about here, and we'll see Mystique just pop some shots into Natasha and hope for the best.
Yeah,
Hmm.
it stinks because you hand over Prio, but like you don't want to give Black Widow the activation.
Hmm. It's gonna be hard for, honestly speaking, looking at it, it's gonna be pretty hard for most characters to punch through the Black Widow here, even with. Maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong here. Let me think real quick. No, I think Mystique could probably punch Black Widow through. Actually, I think Mystique could probably do it if she gets that shock off. I think she has
Yeah,
a
you clear the
decent
shock and you get
chance.
the you have to land the rapid fire.
Hmm. It's either that, or I mean, we could potentially see I don't actually know who I would be going with here as the Brotherhood player. I think you're kind
Mystique
of
to keep your
spoiled
leader.
for choice.
Oh, is he looking at running his leader away?
Interesting.
Don't hate the choice. Ooh, actually, she can blow up a. Oh, it's size 3. Enemy
I was
characters
gonna say
within
it's
1.
only size 3.
Damn.
Would be pretty sick though. I could
I don't
also
know.
see Mystique. I don't know.
I,
I'm actually kind of at a loss here for who I would be going with as the Brotherhood player.
if you activate her, I think you're definitely right. You definitely clear the shock and just shoot at Natasha.
I really think you do because if Crimson Dynamo is going to be spending his power on Tasha, actually he can't because you're Mystique.
Yep.
I'll stop myself because I know Mystique's rules. Uh, I really think that you go with Mystique here and you try to remove Natasha because then the point goes to, okay, hey, are you willing to move your Zemo away,
Yeah,
or are
and
you
what's
going to
Panther
take
doing?
or are you going to take another off turn and move Cap close to range 2, vacate that center point? In which case, here comes Juggy doing #Juggy things, moving across the whole damn map. Yes.
And a fortunate thing here is Toad can't get enough power for a slippery again. Unless he gains it from attacking.
You say unfortunate, but I think we all in the community can agree. Toad does not deserve to slippery as much as he does.
I love seeing Toad cross the board on not his actions.
I don't understand what he's doing with his long here. I'm gonna ask this afterward. Okay, so he's going for
No, he's gonna go try to flip the point. He's just gonna go throw more bodies at the
Oh,
point.
I see now. He's just the way he has to measure this is just
Yeah, because that creates a situation of if Zemo moves off, Rhino's got a free 399. If Mystique doesn't get it, and if Mystique gets it, there's 2 bodies there. But I'm
And it
interested in
also
there's no line
we
of sight on Zemo, I don't believe. Yeah, so he's not gonna be able to get a hit. And Mystique takes
and
it,
she gets
clears it with flying colors.
just a Chad. And yeah, if Zemo gets up in Toad's face, he's again and he takes the extract, Rhino's gonna Rhinob his face. This is very tactical thinking on the Brotherhood players' part. I really like that we're watching them like mull over multiple moves at a time before sometimes picking. Really making sure that they're taking that correctly. We about to just see like some shield throws here?
Yeah, you could potentially ricochet into Pyro, but I feel like that's a rough spot to be in.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Cole. I don't know what spot the Avengers player would be in post the Black Widow explosion on turn 1 that wouldn't be mildly rough, right?
Yeah, okay, here we go. Yeah, you move her, you try to kill
You
them.
move her and you try to kill Toad, I think.
There is a way that you can. No, there's no way you can be within 2 of Dynamo and kill the Toad very reliably. I say that, but
I think we're
she's
just
got
gonna
what, 4
see.
dice? Yeah, 4 dice.
It's gonna be a mood spender with the elusive trigger to potentially get back. And if you somehow deal a damage and not 2 damage, at least Toad has a magical 3 conditions and 1 health left. Has to double clear because he's got stagger and bleed. As Toad is just vibing this game. Toad is doing his job beautifully. God,
I'd
I
love
hate
to
it.
see it, honestly. Oh, well.
As a personal big fan of running a Black Panther at a Toad and pouncing him round 1, I hate it.
Oh yeah, you and your spirit of Wakanda.
Oh.
All right, which way are we gonna see it? Is it going to be a spender?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that if you don't spender here, you've actually done it wrong. But that's okay.
Oh. You hate to see it.
I am sorry if I cursed the Black Widow spender at the top of this game. Around even, but yeah, this is like her. You're spending 2 power for 4 dice. I really just I don't think that was I don't think that was the play. I think that you look at leaving her. If she gets KO'd by someone, they've spent an action into her, and that's fine.
And then you get prio. Like it's just
Mhm.
kind of dangling that.
Correct. And then you have the option of then moving Steve over to where Zemo is now to try to flip that point. And then you start this rotation game, and you can use her to start rotating on points because, hey, yeah, if they're hitting her, they're dealing with a 2 threat with an action and they're giving you prio. But now she's there and can, honestly speaking, pretty easily get popped by any character over there starting next round. Mystique can easily take her down. Rhino could still take her down, but I doubt we'll see that. Um, I don't know. If you were the Brotherhood player, what would you be looking to do here?
I think. Yeah,
I
you're
eyeballed that
definitely gonna
correctly.
be. I think you're definitely gonna start with the. You clear Toad, you move Toad.
Mm-hmm.
Like you kind of just keep him somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. I honestly think you leave Toad be. I
Really, you
think
want
that
Dangle
you've
the
got
Toad?
dangle the Toad. At this stage, you've committed a Crimson Dynamo activation, a full Crimson Dynamo activation at that,
So
a full Black Widow activation, and if you can then commit a full Baron Zemo activation before even activating your 2 threat, we're talking about 9 threat of the 17 threat on the boards working on this side, getting nothing done,
you speak good
basically.
words, Magic Man. So
That
then, do
is.
you with Jugs? Do you move Punch Panther, hopefully push him away, and then
Mhm.
slide at Steve?
I
Do you go get close to Steve, or
I think with Jugs here, you have some options. So I think you can go with Toad. There's probably an intelligent Toad line that I'm just not seeing, truth be told. Um, but I think that you also just have the option of saying, okay, I'm gonna go with Jugs. I'm going to, you know, walk Punch Panther off the point potentially, or Punch Panther off the point, walk,
well,
slide into Steve, maybe try to punch him off the point. Or no, you got
we could also
3 actions.
100% see an Avengers Assemble here to get
Mm-hmm.
Black Widow somewhere else? Question mark.
Mm-hmm.
Just checking the Toad. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And I think that Mystique placement is super good
It.
because of the way the long movement tool is bending.
Yep.
It's just slightly in the way, just ever so slightly. So, Mike, if you're still in the chat as the Brotherhood player, what would you look at here? I'm just more curious than anything. Oh, well, it looks like we are seeing a Toad just kind of scurrying to the corner here. He's gonna be up on 1. I think that that's still a singular charge from Zemo. But I think that this kind of goes back to what we were just talking about earlier, where if you charge away with Zemo, you know, one charge with Zemo into Toad isn't a guarantee to kill him.
Yep.
It's 1 damage, but I hate to say this, we've seen how this Toad has been rolling.
Well, even then,
Um,
it's you're committing Zemo so far deep when he's got reserve
mhm.
members on him. He's making no use of that card because he's nowhere
Yep,
near cap.
we haven't seen a single reserve member additional defense or attack die yet.
Okay, so it looks like Cap might move over there, shift over to Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Do you walk, throw a shield over
I
Ricochet?
Oh, this is tough. I honestly don't know. I think that you probably walk and try to throw a shield, but I don't think it. I think your goal there is gaining 2 power more so than anything else. Part of me wonders if you do just go with Zemo here and you you don't have a great option, but maybe square up into the Mystique, see if you can luck out.
He could. I mean, it's a weird
Just gotta
play. He can move
probably.
himself. Oh wait, no, brother took that one. Yeah, it's like he can move himself to within out of range 2, within range 2 of Captain America, do a spender. So to get the reserve member off, move medium somewhere else afterwards. He doesn't have any power afterwards, but at least
That's kind of
doesn't
the
have
other
blank
problem.
somewhere. Seen
So
a lot of
even
tactics
if
cards on this
he,
side not being used though.
mm-hmm.
I don't know if the assemble gets anyone anywhere, but
I don't know.
open with a shield, gain. I like the potential of gaining a guaranteed 1 power, maybe 2 over rolling up and trying to punch Juggernaut because never had that be reliable. Yep, and we're seeing the wild get off.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we got the ricochet, and it looks like Jugs is at least going to be blocking 1 here.
You can potentially have to pay.
And he could just reduce that one, but honestly speaking, if I was the Jugs player, I'd be taking that damage in spades right now. That's
Take that
just
damage. It's just it's
take the damage, gain the
ow.
power.
Otherwise, you can't move and slide.
Mm-hmm. Because now it puts the Avengers player partially in the bind of, do I throw a second attack here, and risk potentially putting the Juggernaut up on 3
You
power?
still have to see how it resolves into Pyro. Gotta see how Pyro gets punched. Hopefully, Pyro gets punched.
Oh yeah, we did not miss the ricochet trigger. Don't worry. Sending 3 into Pyro. Looks like
Pyro's blocking
Pyro's
nothing.
got none.
So this is a spot where I would send the second shield.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely send the second one here,
Yep.
and you are praying.
Oh, he got it. He got it. He got it.
There it is, and Juggy will block it all.
Yep. That's okay. That's not what you're hoping for.
No, you don't care about that at all. So we really got to see a good block from Pyro
Steve.
here. Wow.
Steve.
And Steve just whips that shield.
Okay, Pyro goes down. And you can put that in a way that you can... I mean, Panther can clear, walk over and grab it.
You can put that in a pretty solid position there. And you don't lose out on an activation here from the Brotherhood player side, so that's pretty nice. And I'm starting to look at these health bars on the Brotherhood side, and it is a bit concerning.
Jugs can hold himself up.
I'm not worried about Jugs. Jugs is the least of my concerns. It's really the Pyro, the Toad, and the Mystique. Because once that Toad flips, he's got 3 health on backside.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about Toad. He's not going anywhere.
You think he's safe in that corner?
He'll clear the bleed. I think he's safe in that corner because I think if you commit anything for it, that's just a lot.
Don't forget that Black Panther's not a long move.
Yeah, that's slow. No, it's max. Oh, he's measuring for the do you know.
Oh.
That is brutal.
Is he doing that right now?
I think he might be doing it.
That is oof.
Well, it's 3 power, so he just has to move, throw him. Is it a have to punch, may punch, may push? Like you could move, punch him, and then throw him. Get him that guy out of there. Hopefully get more power.
Do like a tiny little move and then push him into the car and then throw him. Yeah. That could suck. Because I think that from the way that got placed, you can definitely do a single move as Panther if Juggy moves and pick up that and try to flip. Oh, it can't try to flip. He's only got 1 power.
He doesn't need to pick that up either. He's got 1 on him. Oh, but I think, yeah, just throw him away because, like, if he's clearing, he's walking long. That's just Panther's having some feels bad actions. Yep.
Jogi
Moves.
walks. It's 2.
Do we see the violence before?
I kind of hope so.
No, he's chucking.
Alrighty. Now the other question is, do you just throw him into Steve? Nope. He's
No,
just going for
they have
max
brace. He's gonna be careful. He's gonna hit the car.
Yeah, that would clip
There you
that
go.
tire, I'm sure.
Yeah, you just send him into the ether.
Go back to your deployment.
Because, yeah, he
No
can get
one.
back onto point, but he has to clear slow and then move back onto point himself.
Mhm. And now it stops the. So far, it is stopping the bonus VP.
Yeah, looks like
And
Brotherhood's going to be missing out on that this turn, but
Mhm.
I think they're still going up 4 if Zemo
Pretty
doesn't flip that.
considerably.
3 if
Ooh.
Zemo does to put it at 8. Is Zemo going for it? I think he doesn't make it.
I don't think he makes that either.
Oh, he makes that with if he has the power to charge with the
If he
spender.
could do a charge spender, yeah, he makes that, but he's 1 short.
Generous estimate.
There's. Yeah, what would he need? He would need 4 power total to do a charge spender and pick that up.
Spin. Yeah, there's no way in hell.
I don't think that that's possible. I think that he's given. Maybe I'm wrong. You know what? I'm 50-50.
I do not believe in it. And he's measuring. Oh, this is a desperate times when you're measuring the double short with Panther.
Oh man, the oof size there is pretty large. Yeah, you're kind of stuck doing some pretty awful moves here. And I think you go with Panther. I think if you go with Zemo here, your sequencing is bad. Because again, you're gonna get Rhinobbed, and Zemo's not gonna get his reserve member bonus dice, which you want. Hmm. So right now, the Brotherhood player does have 2 of the pay-to flips and 2 of the extracts. So we're looking at 4 to 3, 4 to, yeah, 4 to 3.
Just 2 right now. 4 to 2 because it's just middle point and Crimson Dynamis.
He is within 2 of Zemo right now.
Oh, he is. Okay, yeah,
Bonus
thank you.
sweep, yeah. So if Zemo stays still and just throws hands, Zemo's going to be throwing 6 dice, both of the attacks. I'm pretty sure reserve member
No, it has to be
once per turn.
Oh, it's a leadership ability.
It's active or inactive. So
Oh
he
my
can
god.
use once per turn. He can throw a 6 dice builder into Rhino or into Mystique, I guess.
And he gets the free rerolls.
Mm-hmm.
Mystique only turns it off during her turn. Okay, so he
Yep.
can do the thing.
So yeah, you could do a Master Swordsman 6 die attack for 1 power.
It looks like Panther is shaking, moving, and yeah, he's got the thing over his head.
Should be within 1, and now
Love
he's just
the
got to.
check-in.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Ooh, let's see what Panther rolls. Needs 2. He gets the skull. Not only does he not get it, he gets 2 damage.
Not only do you not get it, you get a damage for your trouble. And this is why X-Men players love pay to flips.
Healing factor says what?
Exactly. Paranoia and Meteors is just a gamble of self-damage in round 1.
What happens next here?
Measuring range 2. I honestly think that if I was the Rhino here, I don't know. It could be just trying to go into Mr. Dynamo, punch him real happy like.
I mean, if you can be in a spot where you're within 2 of Dynamo and then can still see Mystique, charging to a spot where you can hit her is not a bad idea. Because you do not want to swing into Rhino. Powering
No,
up Rhino
you
is
really
not
don't.
the play. Oh, he's seeing if he can do the move.
Is he trying to see if he can get close enough Toad?
What for?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out too. Because Toad's objective thing
Toad can only
is
take.
to
Toad can't
take
give.
it. Yeah, it's not giving. So,
Toad doesn't share.
yeah, believe it or not, no one likes it when you throw things at them with your tongue.
You place yourself outside of. So you go with Rhino here. You attack Widow. Try to pop Widow.
I really don't know. Looks like that's what we're doing. I'm wondering what the end game for this play is.
Yeah, I'm wondering what the measure towards Toad was. So she gets her blanks.
Oh, he's seeing if he can get the bonus VP.
Oh,
He wants to
sport.
see if he can
Big
get that
brain.
bonus VP, and then he's essentially saying, you know what, go for it. Try to flip this point or try to take out Mystique. Whatever. Either way, I'm going to get the guaranteed VP over here. That makes sense.
Interesting. Never would have seen that. That is a really cool play.
And see, something else you can also do is if you swing into Natasha here and you spike, you do really well. You get 2
So
power.
we see Crimson Dynamo spend.
You can then throw this size 4 at her.
Oh, the Black Widow block. Holy cow.
Yeah, well, I don't think it would have mattered with the triple skull from Rhino.
That is unfortunate.
Oh, sorry, the quadruple skull from Rhino.
He just wanted to one-up you.
Yep. And hey, don't worry, we got the Dynamo rerolls.
He still puts 1 through.
Sends 1,
Sends
Natasha
1.
takes none because she's blocking 4.
So here, do you put yourself on the backside of Widow, towards the token side, outside of range 3 of Dynamo, and just try to swing at her again? Or do you go for the
honestly think you
move?
range 1 off of Black Widow and you move towards Toad.
Yeah.
It seems kind of wonky, but I think if you... Or is he just trying to body block that pathway?
Oh, you could potentially, if he's within 2 of Toad, the block's a good deal of Zemo's ability, I think.
Zemo's movement there. Because, yeah, no, Zemo can get to him this turn. Zemo could climb directly over that corner of the building and then do a charge. So, I
think he
that
still gets farther with the bent long move off of that.
Probably. Wait, what is he doing? He found the old school measuring tool over here. Legal procedure.
Yeah.
You get an extra reroll this half. Okay. So we saw 1 action from Rhino. Are we going to see another? Is what I want to know. But I think that's what we're seeing him measure for.
He's going to do the place. He's going to do the move. Yep, he's going to guarantee the point.
Well, and like that's the thing is because now if you're the yeah, he gets there. He 100% gets it.
That is such a get there.
Because now if you're the Avengers player, you are kind of stuck thinking about where you need to go here. Because it's round 2. If we score out as it stands and you don't take that secure away, you are kind of, what is this? You're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's gonna be 10 to 8.
10 to 8. That's oh yeah. 10 to 8, you still don't have prio. And
It's
you
not. It's
have
gonna be
in a
10 to
rough spot.
7 because he's at 4
So
right now. We should ask him to put a token for us. He put his
that's
little
okay.
limit, but
We can just do the math. It's a rough spot to be coming back from.
this
He's
is
got
a
a lot of
really
cards
rough.
available. He's got a lot of.
He has tools. He has the tools to make it work, and he avoided the Rhinobbery in round 2, which I think is very important.
It really sucks that Panther wasn't available. Like, didn't have the power available for the Indomitable.
Mm-hmm.
That one extra power there.
Very important.
I love this. I love seeing this measurement come out. Some
Are we seeing
goofy
how
ass shit.
accurate the range 4 is? What's going on here?
We're seeing
Oh,
some good Christian MCP right now. This is some quality cheese.
get out your protractors, everyone. It's time to roll. What is going on?
It's getting desperate with Zemo.
Well, I don't think that it's desperation time with Zemo right now. That's the thing. I really don't. I think that you have a pretty strong option right in front of you.
What, you charge at Mystique, hitter?
Yeah,
Or do you move and then do the
absolutely.
rerolls? Which one feels more reliable?
Um, I think you just do a charge. I think you just do it. Well, let me read charge real quick before I say. Yeah, no, you do a charge because it's 1 power. I think you can do it in a way that gets you within 2 and within line of sight of Mystique, because I
Yeah,
think
you
he
just have
gave
to nudge him
himself
down a little bit.
just a tiny little bit.
He's got distance on Dynamite within the range too for the leadership thing.
And then I think you throw a 5 die attack, just a regular one with your normal rerolls, and then I think you see how that turns out, and then you throw a 6 die potentially with that and master roll.
It'd be a rough spot to be in. Glad I'm not there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. It's either that or like you can kind of set up for maybe round 3 and send Zemo over towards Black Panther and try to flip that point. Do some fun double walks with Long Move Boy, who wants to punch you with his sword.
He's rolling for the point. He fails the point.
Missed it. That is very hard to swallow.
That limits
That's
the options.
very hard to swallow. Yeah, that's tough. Because now I think you do. I think you're gonna want to double walk over. Because you get to just the other side of Steve here.
Do you charge? Or no, is he?
I would be pre-measuring for sure.
Yep, he can't get with him on the thing.
Nope. I think he would need to be just slightly closer or on a medium base.
Yo, he's gonna try.
It's gonna be nuts if he tries that.
Or do you just move to the thing and try to roll for the bomb?
I think you move to the thing and you try to roll for it.
Gotta get Zemo. Oh, he's charging.
Maybe you do both, I guess.
Short move. Short move, Zemo.
It'd be just as sad as short move Black Panther. Do you think he's gonna angle it to see if he can make that work?
I don't think you can risk it there. He's gonna get onto the point, try to get a point of damage into Jug.
And see, this is where Jug has that extra leftover power now to potentially reduce and keep Zemo from getting this.
Ooh, I see a sweet beam. I see Pyro rolling up, picking up the disturbance and sweet beaming her.
I know. I just see it. I see it too.
Okay,
And
swinging into Jugs. He's doing his reserve member leadership.
like, I hope he remembers. Oh boy.
Zemo's gonna get a point through, I think. Jugs is
Yep.
blocking 2. So he
Yep.
got 5. He's gonna do his reroll. Sending 6. Blocking 2 of it. He's gonna pay, so taking 3.
All right, my TTS just crashed. So give me a moment and I'll rejoin. I'm watching your stream still.
Yeah. Zemo's rolling for that point now.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets 1. He fails that point too.
You get a skull?
No skulls though. He
Damn
didn't damage himself on that point.
A
I
man.
mean, he's got Jug should have bleed, I believe. Yeah.
Yeah. If
I'm
there was a
not legally
wild.
obligated to or allowed to jump in because I'm not accused or anything, but he's a wild. Yeah, he gains the thing.
They've been pretty good about remembering it. So.
Okay, so that would be round.
Mm-hmm. So scoring wise, it looks like it will be.
What are we measuring here?
I have no. Yes, it is a bit tough for the or a bit rough for the Avengers player right now. That is for sure.
I mean, you're in
But
an
it looks
okay
like I think.
spot with Jugs being at 5 out of 8. Like,
Mhm.
denying
I
Jugs is
think we're
a good
seeing.
activation.
Is this where we see the Avengers assemble? Is that what I'm kind of
Yeah,
gathering from
Avengers
that?
Symbol got flipped. He
And
was
then
using
I
a
think
medium, but it
Natasha's
should be
gonna
a
move a
short.
little closer too. So, yep, move her to get the
Within,
extra Veep
yep.
there. And we'll see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 again for the Brotherhood player to put him at 10. And what is that? 1, 2, 3 for the Avengers player.
I believe so.
Yep. So it'll be 10 to 8. That is, yeah. And I mean, you do have Brace, you do have Indom, you have Mission Objective, but
No, he's
those are
putting
cards that
himself
you.
to. It goes to 7 because he's only scored 3. 10 to 7.
10 to 7. Well, he
Looking
was
very
at
rough.
4. Oh, that's right. I am traditionally very
Welcome,
bad at
Saw.
math.
Yeah, it is looking rough for Avengers here.
Yeah, so he has
Oh
the
no, yeah,
Avengers token
not
versus
that
the
bad yet.
yes. So
Just
it is
10-7.
just 10-7. He's only down 3 VPs to start round. So I know you said you saw a cool beam, Cole. What beam do you see with pyro and how do you get there? Because I have my pyro beam that I'm salivating about right now.
He's got the asteroid M available to plop down next to the disturbance and just
Absolutely.
beam.
Yep. That's I'm glad
You
that we're on the same
100% open
page.
up with that every time, but
Yep.
or like you could just leave it and be on the origin bomb, but absolutely not. You want to just put on the disturbance.
You just I think that you're spot on. I think you pop over there because you know what else you can do? Man, you know who also hates being rooted and slowed?
Zemo.
Especially with reserve members, which now costs you a power.
Yeah, the score tracker thing is a lesson on make sure to press the custom token specific to your Steam avatar. It helps track it a lot easier.
Or to use the little flags on the side. Those work.
Oh, it's more fun that way. I'm Garrett, let me do this.
It is more fun, as you can see with Randy March over here. Oh boy, so yeah, as the Brotherhood player, I would probably be looking at an Asteroid M play here, just
That's
to
a really cool spot to have an Asteroid. Yeah, still have Asteroid M available.
for sure.
That is the fun appeal of Mystique lead, not having to yeet your leadership in right away to get her moved in there.
Most of the time, people aren't doing that now. Though what they're really using it for is to stop Magneto from being heavily displaced. So if
Glad
you
that's
do
happening.
see, yeah, if you do see like that late throw or that early throw to get him off of a point because of his tiny legs where he runs so fast. Weighed down by being the correct leader of the mutants.
There's a lot of hemming and hawing happening.
Hmm. I really think it's a pyro. You pop him up there, you boost that beam, you smack that beam.
He's got 5 power. He
Hmm.
needs to spend 3 to stoke the flames. Gets
Hmm.
2 back.
He gets 2 back, so he spends 1, he's on 4. He spends 3, he's on 1. He can
He gets to
literally do
spend 2
both.
to get in there. Yep.
Hmm.
Wow.
So he has the perfect amount of power for this.
Just hope this. That's just the thing of hoping they see it.
I think he sees it. I really, really do. Because like I don't think pyrotechnics is going to be a big impact this game with how it's kind of shaping out. Because like you're not getting away with pyro here. That's the big thing to remember. Is like between Black Panther and Baron Zemo, pyro is not going to get far enough away from either of those two characters. Even if he had both of his moves available next to that paranoia, he doesn't. So I really, really think that you asteroid him and start whipping those flames.
You just gotta hope for an incinerate in the first roll, and then the
Yep,
rest of it just gets so much better.
yep. Then it's gravy time from there.
This is the rough spot to be in because if you lose 2 crucial activations like that,
That would be some of the nails in the coffin. It's the best way to put it. Because you can also see how that first attack goes with that beam. You don't need to stoke the flames there, and then you just throw root and slow onto Zemo. Because if there's a character that is a threat, it is Zemo to you right now. Black Panther's no slouch. I'm not trying to act like he is, but in comparison, we're
he
talking.
doesn't have a charge.
Yeah, he doesn't have a charge. He doesn't have turn on all my rerolls for 3 power in said charge. So yeah, I think it's time to make things get on fire and make things die from. Um, I really don't know what I would be doing with this Rhino side of the board with Rhino and Toad. Um, I think if I was the Avengers player, that's where I would be focusing a lot of my efforts right now because you're looking at. I actually maybe not. Maybe I'm wrong again. Maybe this is where
Dynamo doesn't get very too far in there.
and it's not Dynamo. I think that you push in. I think what you do here is I don't know. I think it has to be Dynamo because there's no more punch on this side. Maybe we see another Black Widow spender. But I mean, then you're doing a Black Widow spender.
I think he's gonna move Pyro. I don't think he's gonna asteroid M.
Because yeah, you could move Pyro, and
Yep.
yeah, all right.
It's this way leaves him
Mm-hmm.
with the power to be able to they firewall both.
Mm-hmm. I think Firewall's once per turn, isn't it?
Sag.
Yeah, Firewall is once per turn.
Okay, get
Cassandra
it on the
Nova
Zima.
can spend an extra power as a 5 threat and do it to as many characters once per turn.
And then Pyro runs away.
Mm-hmm.
Not a bad
Because
choice.
now, at most, you're looking at again maybe 1 charge from Zemo. And at most you're looking at a move pounce punch from Panther, but I honestly really think I would have liked to see an attack come out or the asteroid M. That way you could get 2 moves off of that to get even further away. Because I don't know where else you're going to be using asteroid M this game unless it's to move Mystique closer to Toad for some reason.
I mean, now it just puts him in the spot where it's just like, now if I'm Avengers, I'm going to beat up Jugs.
Mm-hmm.
100% of the time. No.
It looks like he might be doing
charge spender.
He can't do a charge spender, I don't think, because the spender's 2 power.
Okay,
charge is going to be
charge
2
is not
power
reduced.
because he's rooted.
If he shakes.
God, what a What a hard game to have two long movers who like to charge and pound. Or what a great play by the Pyro player to pack Pyro because Pyro's great.
Absolutely. It's
Public
even
service announcement. Run
even in
Pyro.
deploy trying to fight that. Like Pyro could be rotated with the Asteroid M. It's kind of
Hmm.
hard to fight against that. Someone someone call Magic Nick. We're hyping up Pyro.
I was gonna say, I'm sure his ears are just getting mildly warm anytime someone says Pyro or says root and slow. Someone spent 2 power and another character was heavily detrimented. I must go. My people need me.
Okay.
So
Avengers Retaliation here.
yeah, we're getting a classic game of MCP keep away right now. And I think if I was the Brotherhood player, I would really be. I'm trying to figure out where you pressure here to get 16 this round, because I think that's what you need to do here. I think you get 16 this round and you just end the game as quickly as.
If Avengers don't flip any points and don't strip any models of their objectives, they right now they have enough points. But
Looks like
that's
we're
just a place to
seeing
keep.
a Master Swordsman 6-die attack into Jugs, I would imagine.
Yep. So you reserved.
Mm-hmm. Reserve member, Master Swordsman
Hopefully
6, or is
rerolled.
this a
Yeah.
spender?
I hope it was the Master Swordsman with the rerolls. We will see.
Yep,
Yeah, it
it
was the
was a Master
rerolls. Yep.
Swordsman. It's like I really hope we didn't do C.
Oh, no conversion.
Mm,
Blocking 2 of it.
that's so unfortunate. So now, well, he does have a Zemo reroll. Converts it.
But Jugs can spend.
I was gonna say, I think you spend here as the Jugs player. Say, okay, cool. Boop. Yep, that's exactly what we'll see. So now we see just a 5 dice builder in Jugs, unless this spikes to the high heavens.
There's a chance.
Well, right now Jugs
There's
is
a
winning.
hope.
So even if he sends 5, Jugs will only take 2 mana.
Setting 4. Hopefully the bleed gets applied.
He did not apply the bleed from last time.
Sending
Sends
5.
5, blocks 2, reduces 1, takes 2.
And Jugs could do. Yeah, you can reduce the bleed. It's okay.
He can.
Yep, there it goes.
They remembered it. So luckily, it did not come to matter that he didn't get it on the last attack because Jugs didn't activate before. But
Okay, that puts him in
got
the
a
spot.
mark.
That means
And
it's
the
forcing an activation. You have 2 characters on 1 health with the bleed.
yeah. And I think the obvious choice is Jugs. Oh, we see Zemo try to flip, and we see Zemo fail it and take a damage.
Or Zemo. Just not
Poor
his game for
Baron.
flipping points.
No, it is not. But that's what he gets. He's a reserve member for the Avengers right now. He's not hanging out with his usual buddies. So yeah, I think we see a Juggernaut activation here. I would absolutely love to see Juggernaut clear and hit this guy with a spender and then scoot backwards.
Well, I mean,
Or you could
yeah.
just hit this punch this guy, clear that bleed.
You could move, punch him, and then
You can't move
slide
punch
still.
the guy. Yeah. I think
Because you can reduce the bleed.
you can reduce the bleed, which is true. I just
Extra dice to push Panther away.
extra dice to push Panther away. Yeah, I like it.
That forces
I
him to
see.
just go for the point. That makes it. I mean, can you be within 2? You can't be within 2 of Pyro and Panther. Never mind.
No way.
Because yeah, Panther moving along there. If you push it, if you just get the push off, it pushes him away. It takes his long move away. But you could pounce. If you roll a wild and no damage goes through, that's the best case situation there.
Yep. That's exactly what you would want to happen. Because what you don't want is for Panther to stand next to you with 2 attacks where he can potentially mantle.
You would have to get a power off.
That's true.
That
Would have to get
root.
that root is putting in work right now.
Is Jugs just gonna slide right away?
We might just see a Juggy slide away. Come sail away. I would love to see a punch before you slide here. I betting he's not punching because he doesn't want to deal damage.
Yeah.
We're seeing a very, very extract focused, and not just extract focused, but very defensively focused game from Maxijon here. Like we haven't been playing like more than 1 or 2 characters on the Mystique side secure basically most of the game. Everyone's kind of been fluctuating down back towards their deployment.
Yep. Okay, we're seeing the spend 3 for the slide. So Jugs is just going to slide and clear, it looks like. Like understandable. Oh, and he's moving it. He's moving it.
Yeah, I think he's gonna try to body block a little bit for Pyro here. Because I don't know if you were watching earlier, the range 2, the way that it was kind of shaking out, that Panther has to be in a very specific spot to get a good attack off. And I think he just kind of, oh, maybe not. Maybe he's now going to walk behind him and backstop him, so Pyro can't get pushed away.
Man, get Pyro getting pushed away. I think you keep Jugs in front, or
I think you put
oh no,
Jugs in
Pyro's
back
blocking the. Yeah, so
Mhm.
Jugs stays alive. Okay.
because
And
now
Jugs
Jugs can't get
spends.
pounced. He spends to reduce the bleed. Good old Juggernaut. Who doesn't love trading power for health?
Wild man. Okay.
I think now, if I was the Avengers player, you have a solved side of the board over here with Juggy and Pyro, right?
Yep.
So you can kind of let that go. You can look at just flipping that center secure or trying to flip it with Black Panther, because if you pull that off, what are we looking at? So we've got 3 points between Pyro and Jugs down here being scored. So
Yep.
you need to now stop 2 secures and 1 extract from being scored on the other side. So I would be playing secures as much as I can here just to stay in the game.
Or it takes you up to 11. They go up to 14, so it'd be 11-14 into this if they take the 2 points.
Mhm. So you really, really have to make sure
And it
that you're
goes to
getting these secures.
15. Yeah, then you have to peel off. You have to peel 1 off a toad. And then
And you're
prevent
not in a bad
Rhino.
position to do so. You're in a pretty good position to peel 1 off of Toad, and a really good position to peel 1 off of Jugs, frankly.
Mm-hmm.
And Pyro is a paperweight. He's got no defensive tech for a 3 threat. He's 3-4-3 with 5 health.
You non-believer. I've had a Pyro
What?
defend everything I've thrown at him.
Whoa.
I can
I've
believe.
had a
This Pyro has
Shuri.
defended most of the stuff thrown at him.
Yeah, I was gonna say this Pyro has been living on everything except he got spiked once and ended up on his backside. No, I mean, yeah, I think we've all got those stories of like a 5 threat living through obscene amounts of damage.
3 threat tanks it
Or
all,
a
man.
3 threat with 5 health. Sorry. But I mean, look at this Toad. This Toad has pulled, so many activations worth of attacks out,
Okay, Widow.
and
I mean, I think you
yeah.
move her to max 2, hit that, hopefully take it, grab it, and then run the hell away from the Rhino.
Mhm. I think that's your only hope. Well, you can't do that because her spender's 2. So then she can't pick up. So you have to walk, hit him with a spender,
There's
hope
the
that
2
she gets
dice.
damage through.
Here, back.
Yep, sounds good. I think if I was going here, I'd probably be looking at Dynamo getting him to activate now because he's got an extract. You want to probably make sure that you get him into an advantageous position. So you can probably shoot. Do you boost and double beam? Chat, Cole is gone. If you can hear my voice and you would boost and double beam, let's hear it. Let's hear it. It's either that or like maybe going with Steve double walking over to the other side, trying to flip it. Boost? Boost. Yeah, see, I think I agree with you here, Softlo. I really do. This is just such a tough position for the Avengers player to be in. Like you're down 3 VPs right now. And your fast characters are slow. Your superpowers are costing you extra with root. And the whole game plan you're running is lots of superpowers for low cost advantage. So it's Pyro just came in and crippled the side of the board he was on. So it looks like we might be seeing Black Panther go here and potentially try to flip the point. Yep, try to flip the point and then see if he can get going. Looks like he gets it. So we finally got this point flipped over for the Avengers player, which is very important for them. Very important. So currently we are going to have another round, provided that we don't see like a Mystique just go super late and try to flip a bunch of points.
The pay to
We could
flip
very
gods
well
were generous.
Pay to flip gods were generous. They gave Black Panther the point, and then Black Panther ran,
Oh,
tried to punch, and it looks like it did not work at all.
Panther dies.
Okay. So the good news is, as of the way, if we would score out right now, we would have another round. Now, here's where I don't know how likely that is, because I think we could easily see a Mystique just doing some late round point flip shenanigans. Because you basically have to leave Steve on that point there.
I mean,
Otherwise, you're
Toad could
gonna.
absolutely clear and just sit right there.
Mm-hmm. Yep, Toad could absolutely do a
Rhino
double
could just take out
clear.
Natasha.
Yeah, we'll go with a quick, low stress game of MCP. We'll go with that. It's been a very scoring centric game. We had some very particular spikes, is what I would say.
And the score tracker's a little off. It is 10-7, so
Yes,
it's not 10-0.
yes, it is 10-7. We don't have an actual token on the red board. So currently, looking to be having Brotherhood in the driver's seat, and I think we're gonna see. It looks like he's gauging up to see how likely that spender actually is. Yeah, and I think we're gonna see Toad go hang out in the corner, and this puts us directly back into the situation we talked about before now, where Crimson Dynamo has to stay within 2 of another character, or we have to see the Avengers player move another character within 2 of Crimson Dynamo, because Rhinobbery is officially just online. Rhino has the 2 power needed, I'm pretty sure, for it.
You're in a spot where,
And
like, if Captain moves off that middle point, you're threatening the Mystique double move. Yeah.
This is. Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I Softlow. I think you beautiful prediction. Definitely clear the bleed and go hang out in the corner. Everybody puts Baby in the corner. Baby is Toad. He belongs there with his cute VPs. Yeah, this is an incredibly tough position to be the Avengers player now. Because I don't quite think a long will get you to Toad anymore. I don't think you can get him with Dynamo. Toad is essentially in that corner fine. He's never gonna. He's done his job all game now.
And then Rhino can
So
just move back and sit next to him.
Mm-hmm. And he doesn't need to though necessarily, because you're already getting the extra VP on the other side of the board. So this frees Rhino up to actually go get work done. So I honestly think here, if I was the Avengers player, you gotta recognize that, or you gotta try to recognize that that's on its way now. With Rhinobbery being up still and Mission Objective being up on your side, you really got to see that play. And the other side of it is, if you do go for Natasha, you're standing next to Rhino again.
Yep.
You're kind of stuck in a pretty tough lose-lose here. I think maybe the only line would be a double move with Natasha, try to flip that back Meteor. And stay within 2 again of Crimson Dynamo. Because then you're limiting it to probably 1 attack from Rhino.
I wonder if he can get the 2 off of Mystique for the... Oh, no, he's just going to do the move. Yep. He's rolling
try to flip it.
2 dice.
2 dice.
And he needs to succeed both.
Yep. Gotta convert both. Nope. Not happening tonight. So, okay. We're in Rhinobbery range. That's arguably the most important for him.
Oh, not quite. He's got to move and then attack.
Range. Yeah, Black Widow's within range too.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yep. Basically, as long as mission objective is online, that extract is safe. But if... Okay, let's think about this. If you Rhinobbery and he mission objectives, you don't get the throw. That's the big part. Yep. Because I was about to say, like, you can...
That's very true, yeah.
Really...
It was good to go with the Widow first, but...
I agree, because, I mean...
Do you park her up there, or do you put her on the other side of the building?
I would park her up there. I mean, she's got stealth, she's got martial artist, and now she's got cover. So, giving her cover never hurts. The unfortunate thing is, Mystique
She's about to catch a gun to the face.
Yeah, standing right next to you, within range 2 with a 6 dice espionage, hopefully coming your way for 3 power. Which kind of hurts.
It'll be 5 dice with a shock.
That is true. I honestly think that what you probably do here is I think we talked about it last round.
Mystique clear shock.
Clear the shock potentially.
And she's shooting her.
And give Black Widow a shot, because...
No cover, but she gets blanks.
Yeah, it's not awful. She gets blanks, no cover, and you're really...
Oh.
Ooh. You're welcome, everyone in chat who got to hear us ooh at the same time.
You hate to see it.
See, this is where now, as the Avengers player, you get another round, because you just stay outside of range 3 of Rhino. He doesn't have enough to do his push. So, yet we're going to see Steve do a double run and try to flip this point, so it's not 15 to 11. Or 15 to 10.
I don't know. Leave Steve over there for a second, and I would have moved Dynamo, like, just to get the... Place him somewhere so he's even farther out of Rhino range.
Well, I think that you might not... maybe you do. I think that you do this with Steve here, and the reason I think you do more so is now your bodyguard is also in range of Natasha. Well, in range of anyone, frankly. Your bodyguard's kind of been MIA all game. Which will help him get his job done really well. And he can try to flip the...
He gets it.
And he gets a damage.
Okay, so here we go.
All right, so now it's 11-14 for end of round scoring if we went right now, right? This is that situation we were discussing.
Yep.
So
if Rhino runs back there,
it doesn't change it.
Okay, yeah, because he's going to get one. Okay, so Rhino really goes and does his own thing.
This is where I think if I was the Rhino player, you should be looking at moving, probably attacking Natasha, getting up on that point, and you're not going to likely flip it because you need 3 on 3 dice. But at least then you set yourself up again for that following round, which is...
Oh, looks like he's going to set up a body block with the Rhino, potentially.
Interesting.
It's looking to Yeah, if he moves in places, he'll get there. This is some like 4D chess looking stuff.
Mm-hmm. Stopping him from potentially doing that.
Yeah, right now would only need 2. Natasha isn't healthy. Seen a lot of this from Max this game. It's just a lot of the big brain pre-measuring. You see what can they prevent.
Oh, that is. See, I've just been blanking that this Natasha's on her injured side simply because she's been injured since round 1. Just out here thinking she's a regular, good old-fashioned 2 threat.
She's an MVP, man. She's doing her best.
She's doing something. That's for damn sure. She is doing something.
You know. Yep. Wondering if that cursory check was to see if you could get within 3 of Widow to put outside of Dynamo, but it's just like, screw it, no, dive in.
Mm-hmm. Like, get yourself that swimming pool full of, and then you dive.
So Rhino's going to be hitting Widow likely.
Most likely. I don't think he's within range of Steve.
Definitely not. Outside of the martial arts, yep.
Nope.
Just be flat 3 days.
Just a flat 3, but I don't know. Natasha's been rolling like 2 to 3 crits on all of her defense rolls. I bet you wish you would have saw one of those during your spender to Toad earlier.
Man, she's defensive this game.
Highly. Trying to. I'm wondering if he's just thinking about Dynamo.
Ooh, Steve didn't take one from the
That
meteor.
is
That could be
true.
important for the bodyguards.
I don't think either of us are accusers,
Nope.
and I don't know if we're supposed to jump in and correct that as just casters.
Just gonna sit here and smile.
Yep, we'll just give some smiley face.
Oh, Cap's bodyguard. And Cap's shielding. Okay, we're gonna see 6 with cover. And Cap blocking 3 with 4 with cover. Rhino's still sending. Only 3. I think Rhino still gets up there.
Yeah, I think.
That's overhang. That's big boy.
Mm-hmm. Big boy with his big old base.
Hard spot to see Rhino in. He's not doing a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm.
He's just been bamfing around the board.
He has not been getting those big the Brotherhood player. I'm starting to think that. I don't know if he can actually exist up there. He should be able to. I think he just needs to scooch a little towards, yeah, that side of the board.
This is where there's.
This is
I think you
definitely
just.
why I think you don't do the clicking here of like making sure it's
There
okay.
it goes. There it goes.
That's probably
We got there in the end. Rhino pops up. I think Rhino's gonna roll for the point. And I could even see it if he attacks Steve. Do you think within the range one he gets close to that orange of bomb?
I don't know. I see. This is where it's just tough. I really think that you.
Because that still puts him in a spot to score, like to win out if he rolls these 2 points.
It's very true. Because he's got a. So he flips this one, and then
He's got to
he
get
goes.
the middle one.
Do you think he? I think he does make it if he places range one off of him. Middle.
Been burned by overestimating the large base before.
We have been. We've also been 50-50 this game on eyeball measures. I give that a solid 85% that he can get within range one of Steve and end up center meteor. I'm gonna say 85% certain. If I'm wrong,
I'm also 85% sure. Oh, they're just gonna put him down there. They were arguing about the.
I was gonna say, I bet they're discussing if he can legally place up there.
Based on, I think he makes it. Based on his size.
I kind of do too. I personally speaking, I think he makes it, but I think if it's
Roll the
up
point.
for debate there, when it comes to those like slanted sides, I can see
Looking for 2. He gets 3.
Oh my goodness!
Or I mean, he can just walk now. He doesn't. He doesn't need to attack. He just
Well,
walks.
he did a walk attack.
Oh, he
doesn't
did the
have
walk
another
attack.
action.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
he's
check
already
that.
done.
Okay, so it's just going to be 15 versus 10.
Yep, because we got 1, 2, 3, 4,
1,
5.
2, 3,
Yep.
4. Okay. So 11 still. So there's 3 points between Juggernaut and Pyro. Toad's got 1. Yikes. This puts you in a very tough spot.
You really got to pay attention to those extracts and paranoia games. They will run away from you. In this case, quite literally, they'll run away from you.
He's checking for the humming rockets because he can make that.
Okay, but if you do that, now you're outside of range 2 for the bonus VP.
I think a move gets him to be within the
I
5,
don't.
and then he can bump back.
I don't actually. I think that the last time we tried to pre-eyeball a Dynamo move, we were very off.
Yeah.
And last time, I honestly think it looked much closer. I don't think that's it. That looks like it's out to me.
God, the spectator needs their own set of tools.
And it would be devastating to have this Dynamo have that happen to him twice.
Yeah.
Like,
the bump
you
definitely does not get you there.
actually have a really good bump to double beam right in front of you with Rhino and Mystique.
Yep.
Because I think you can get the tool, just shoot the gap, just hit the field goal between those two. And I think that you hit Rhino and Mystique with 2. And that puts you basically say, okay, yeah, you can score 3 points next round, but I can score 5. Which actually ends up winning you this match, I think. Because right now you're gonna go 11 to 15 or 11 to 15.
Yeah.
Right?
That's 18.
Oh, maybe it doesn't. No,
Yeah.
then it's 18, and then you've got to get 7 points. So you almost need to pressure Dynamo to try to take this secure. back again.
Yeah, you don't want to shoot Rhino. That turns on Rhinovery.
Mm-hmm.
Placing the beam into a spot. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, if you just roll up, stand on that secure, maybe get a beam into Mystique.
Mm-hmm. That could work really well too.
Just sink some damage into her, because if you keep Disruption Field online, Rhino will stay powerless.
Mm-hmm.
That's the hope.
Yeah, Rhino does not love getting his only hits turned into blanks and skulls. He had a really fun roll earlier that happened. Okay. Yeah, I really like the spend 1 power, stand next to Mystique, and shoot her twice, potentially.
Yep.
Try to flip that. You could even just do spending 2. And we are mission objective. Okay. He's just going to use the main portion of mission objective here to hand it over to Natasha. And now he's scoring the bonus VP anyways. And now that frees up his Dynamo to do a range 2
No,
plays.
I don't think you place. I think the place is the trap.
The place is definitely not working for him here.
Like, the move is the chance that gets you within the...
Well, I think he's going to do a move and then shoot him with the electric blast. So I think that was kind of what he was thinking through is it better to... Yeah, that gets you within 4. I think you just don't want to take the full walk. I think you want to take the full 4 instead. Oh boy. Here we go.
5 dice energy.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Not
Toad
the
takes
best,
it.
but it takes it. Oh, totally got him. Woo! Not sorry, everyone.
So, I mean, if you take it a little bit farther, you're not within range 1 to pick up the disturbance no matter what.
No, there's no way.
Okay. And that works out. So
Now we've
it's
got
14-11.
it should be... I don't have the symbols over my secure, so it's 2 secures for the Avengers player, 1
Yep, 14,
extract,
11.
1 bonus VP for 11. Yep. And then it's 1, 2, 3, 4 for yep.
Okay. How do you open as Brotherhood? Does Toad pick up that? He can hop, pick that up, and then double run.
I mean, he can just pick it up, hop, then double run.
Oh yeah, because it places within 2.
It doesn't really matter. It's the same thing.
Yeah, because he just drops it and he picks it up wherever it drops.
Mhm.
Fucking Toad, man.
A fair and balanced 2 threat. I actually think you just go ahead and open with Rhino. You Rhinobbery the ever-loving piss out of Black Widow, and
Can't
you run
afford
away.
it yet. He's 1 power off.
He's got 2 power, Cole.
Oh, it's 2 power.
Power.
Wow. Yeah.
No,
You
I
Rhinobbery
think
the
that
ever-loving piss out of her and you run away. Okay.
you Rhinobbery her, you throw her away, and in such a direction that
I
you
hate
can
it
still
here.
hit her with a range 3 attack, and then you end up on this bomb and you try to flip it if you get the power back. Like I honestly think that that's probably your best play. Because then it's okay, Steve. Can you take down Rhino, or can you take down Mystique? And then it's cool. You know, maybe Crimson Dynamo goes and gets the disturbance, but that's not gonna win you. So we have. Well, hold up. Indom stops a push and the throw.
Oh.
So that could stop the throw from Rhinobbery at least, and you still have brace, so you can still brace the damage. Oh, but it doesn't stop the steal. That's the problem because it goes drop and then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think you go with Rhino, and I think that you prep Rhino to steal. And by that I mean you steal and you run the hell out.
He's got to get one power though, so it means Steve's got to fail one block.
It's either that or you could just protect your 3-point investment over here with Juggernaut and Pyro and try to blow up Black Panther.
He's looking at a spender from Pyro.
I love that. Yeah, spender from Pyro into a fire blast into a fire wall is kind of brutal.
We can get one charge off. That route is brutal on this team. Like this team, if these characters weren't rooted, they'd be in the perfect spot.
Yep, they would be sitting on the beautiful amount of power for Steve Vengers, but unfortunately, that route has been keeping their economy down a lot too, by just keeping them from getting like free mantles off and free Master Swordsmans off once they've been rooted. What other options are there from the Brotherhood player's perspective? Because I mean, you can do the grab with Toad, move, hop away. But I'm trying to find where he would go to. Because if you go too far towards the Juggernaut side, Black Panther's close enough.
Yeah. Then if you go
Too far towards Natasha,
Yep.
you have 3 health.
Yep.
So I
I
think
think Pyro is
you.
the best option.
Yeah. I think it's Pyro or I think it's Rhino.
I think Rhino you
Because.
potentially wait to get a little bit more power because you can steal, but like you have to trying to sink a damage through. Yeah, Pyro's going. He's spending 3 for the
Yep.
spender, or is he boosting? It looks like he might be boosting.
He. Probably Spender, I would hope.
It's 7 dice either way.
It's 7 dice both ways, but one's an auto incinerate.
Oh.
Please have been the spender. Please have been the spender.
It was the spender.
Oh, beautiful.
Just like the dice coming back around and just being like, nah. You're feeling really good if you're the Avengers there.
Feeling really good as the Black Panther player almost either way. You're counting blanks on this roll. Now you're only rolling 2 dice, which sucks, but. Do you think we see
I'm that
a
pyrotechnics.
pyrotechnics just to put?
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say just to push
Yep.
away.
Yeah. It's like
Because
flips
you
that
don't
over. Let me
need
see that.
each
Yep.
chosen character drops 1 and is pushed. Yeah, so yeah, you spend 4 power and you push him short and take away one of his dice and say, bye-bye, see you later, nerd. And then I think you walk Pyro just behind. It's a push not advance. Which they would have, but I digress. I think you honestly just walk him behind. Jugs. Right? Oh no, I think you still leave him there so you can potentially block a good pound.
Yeah. Hmm. It's a rough spot to spend all that much on the firewall.
Yep.
Or on the spender at least. The Inferno, I
Yeah,
mean.
the Inferno into that. Part of me wonders if you should go with like just a regular attack to get the incinerate first. Because either way, like you could do the play, and that way you also get power, potentially then re-put that slow onto Black Panther so he can get a run pounce attack off versus a what he can do kind of.
And so he's moving Pyro.
Mhm. It looks like he's just trying to occupy enough space to make it possible to jugs, which I actually do think is possible here. I think if he goes slightly further out towards the edge of the board, he potentially does it.
Alright, Pyro's activated. Mystique can cast Redem anywhere she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Not off of Pyro, because Pyro can't afford it. Ooh, what do you do as Avengers here?
Is cry a valid option?
Yeah.
I would be crying. I would be really, really scared. I don't know. I think your probably best bet is you have to deal with this 3 VP point hurdle over here. You just have to. You don't have an option. And unfortunately it's gonna be going into Juggernaut. And it's looking like you're gonna get maybe 2 attacks off into him. One with Black Panther and maybe one with Zemo.
Yep.
Which is just kind of brutal. Kind of going back to that, it's just really hard
I mean,
to.
Zemo's looking at a spot here where he could charge into a Pyro. And so Black Panther has to be the one to deal with the Juggernaut.
Mm-hmm.
That slow is just. Oof. We're looking at Dynamo just grabbing the disturbance and nuking a Toad.
Yeah, I could see that happening. And if you do that, I mean, it's putting a little bit more pressure onto the match. You've got to score like 7 points here, 6, 7 points as the Avengers player. It's a tall order. Currently, you've got 4. So you got to up that by 2, which is getting 2 extracts or getting an extract and flipping them.
Are you trying to take Widow here? So you want to put her somewhere ultimately she's going to get that extra point.
Maybe the thought is just to get her away from Rhino as far as possible.
Yeah.
Stopping the Rhinobbery once again.
Like you spend for the point and just run away.
Oh, yeah. For sure. I think that that's a great idea.
Actually, no, she has to roll 3 successes on 2 dice. She wouldn't be able to get it.
Oh, even cooler. Never mind. You don't do that.
Feels bad.
Feels very bad, man. So yeah, I think just running with Black Widow makes sense here. The problem you're running into is you're running out of time to score these points back.
Yeah.
Very, very quickly you're running out of time because with every activation you're taking, you're
like, unless you peel off Juggernaut and Pyro, this is the last round.
Mm-hmm. You'd have to, as the Avengers player here, you have to peel that point pool out. If you don't peel that out, you are like it's not mathematically possible because we've got 2 of the extracts are over there. You would have to get 2 extracts in all 3 points here just to tie, I think, right?
Yep.
Yeah, because you'd go up 7. Actually, no, 7 would put you at 18, which would win. So you'd have to basically play from this point forward a perfect set of activations.
Mm-hmm.
Because
And
you'd
Rhino's
also,
gonna play. Yeah, Rhino's gonna go attack place, grab that
Mhm.
disturbance. Yikes!
Yep.
Peeling that for Rhino's not gonna be fun.
Peeling that off of Rhino is not going to be like possible. Is what I would actually say. Like with Marvel dice, it's possible to be clear for everyone who can hear me. You could do it. It's just not likely. Like a good general rule of thumb for how I'm doing quick dice math in my matches is, uh, when the attacker's rolling, it's half dice plus one. So if you're rolling 6 dice, you roughly average 4. This is not perfect Marvel dice math, but it's the rough estimation. And then if you have defense dice, it's kind of the same thing, -1. So you're hoping to block 1 to 2.
Unless you're really depending on it, then
Mm-hmm.
0.
Yeah, of course. Or when you're playing Baron Strucker and you play arrogance and you get no skulls, and
Your
then you
opponent gets
throw
5.
a defense roll and you get all skulls, and you have to remind your Baron Strucker that it's not during defense he needs to roll those during offensive roll.
Okay, we're seeing Panther. Oh no, we're seeing Maxijon, Maxijon, Panther.
Mm-hmm. So if he goes and picks that up with Rhino, and then just goes and maybe hangs out in that corner with Toad, what would you do?
I mean, you absolutely throw the beam to go down. But then you start with, I think, Cap attacks Mystique, takes her out, and then you realize how you gotta peel the Juggernaut onion. Because that's you have to
I
do
think
Panther.
yeah, like the second you go into that Juggernaut onion too, though, like you risk him just saying, "Okay, see you later, alligators. I'm outie."
Just need the 1 damage through, take him down, then you go into Pyro, hopefully spike Pyro. But that's just getting into Candyland MCP.
We love Candyland MC.
That's where we live.
Look, when you play Hydra, you only live in Candyland MCP land.
Toad's playing 2, Mystique's paying 2.
Ooh, Asteroid M.
We are seeing Mystique.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna come and pick this up and decide that it's time to long move outie.
Oh, that's what they're measuring before.
Mm-hmm.
2 Mystique moves, it's over there. Okay.
Which is very safe. Because now, okay, so look at what this just does though. So the Mystique is gonna go and hang out in an area that she can't get easily hit by that spender. What she's also gonna start doing is she sets herself up if she goes that max long to have Juggernaut come to her.
Oh, okay.
And now the Juggernaut is no longer glued to Pyro. He can go and hang out with Mystique instead.
But this just leaves a chance of.
Mm-hmm. If you don't handle all of what we're doing, we can still
Yeah.
pull off all the necessary shenanigans.
This is where you go. You go take out Jugs.
Mm-hmm. You absolutely now have to go deal with Jugs. If you don't deal with Jugs, he's just gonna walk to an area where you get less damage into him, way less damage potential into him, and he's still getting the same number of.
This is where you have to clear. I think you clear the slow. Then you charge.
Mhm. I think so. I think yeah, you have to clear that slow and charge.
Measure the long. I think the long's very close to getting him there, but I don't know.
I didn't see him put it out, actually. Because it looks like he's within range of a good, probably range 2 bump to get within 4 of Mystique.
Yeah, he can definitely do the bump and get 2 beams off. Fishing for 3 damage. She's got... I think she can draw a line for cover.
And see, in addition to this, now
But she's also range 3,
Toad
yeah.
needs to do is
that makes it a lot
double
harder.
run over, and
Pick up
he's
the thing.
fine. Because I think two moves from Toad gets him within range 2 of a token. Unless it's placed on the opposite side.
We're seeing the whip.
Mm-hmm. He needs to be kind of careful about where he's placing too, because he might crowd his charge locations.
I think he can still reach Pyro.
You think he can?
He still reaches through that, yeah.
You're probably right.
Oh,
Big hit.
Panther did it.
That's 5 through. Yeah, there's no way. Are we going to see a late swing to the Avengers?
So that's one of the things he needs.
So he got 1.
Now
Peeled
he's
the 1
got...
off. He's
1,
got the power
2,
to pick it up.
4 points. 5 points if he ends within the things. That puts him 16 potentially. We're still seeing Brotherhood scoring a whopping 1, 2, 3. Oh, Toad's gonna walk over to there. Yep.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't get there right now, so like what he's kind of starting to measure is...
I would absolutely measure to block the range 2 place.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think that gets him within range 3. But oh, so much having to happen here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a hell of a Panther roll.
So now the Zemo can charge in with his reserve member dice too.
Oh yes, he gets the extra 1. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And we'll roll 6 dice physical into Pyro. And you are begging for a spike.
It's that place where, man, this is where I've really been in X-Force thinking about stapling the I'm a Baron after Zemo just to get that extra rerolls. This is that spot.
Oh, I am a Baron after all is such a good card.
Or is he gonna go with Rhino here?
I think you kind of should go with Rhino here.
Roll the point.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Try to take out Zemo, yeah.
Walk, roll the point, see if you're within range 3 of Natasha. I don't think you will be. Get the power back from rolling said point.
You don't get the power back from the points.
Oh, you don't?
Just like extracts.
Oh, it's just extracts. Oh, man. Never mind. That's brutal.
Then she gets a free Jonathan on secures.
Good thing it works here.
Yeah.
Place it down anyway, you coward. Make it happen. I'm of course kidding. That is I don't even think you can really. If it's not next to something it can score. Yeah, we are in the tank right now. If you are in this game, this is the best way to describe is what's going on. Is these players are deep in the tank trying to make sure that they're not making that last crucial mistake to get them out of cuts.
Yep.
Because right now, Pyro is currently scoring 2, Mystique is scoring 1, and they've got a secure for 4. I think you're probably right, no, Billy. I think you probably do just pass here. I think you see. Yeah. You gotta wait and see what's going on with the rest of the board, because if Crimson Dynamo goes, that really, honestly, that doesn't change too much, but you want to definitely make sure that you try to go to that center point. Mm,
Last activation is most impactful here.
Oh, for sure. And last activation is not going to end up being the Brotherhood player. So I think if I'm the Brotherhood player, I agree with Nobility. I think you pass here. And I think if I'm the Avengers player, I think if you see that pass, you go with Crimson Dynamo. And you look at potentially positioning him in an area. So if Rhino does choose to try to attack, it's not going to end up having him on point. You don't want to juice him up. So maybe you, honestly speaking, end up just doing the walk over towards the plan and try to kill her.
The sad thing thinking about it, though, this is the last round, but I think we're not seeing time clocks used. I believe in the final eliminations, they would have hour each and 3 hours total. But about 2.5 hours for the game now.
This is definitely where clock pressure would be getting felt. Absolutely, for sure. Because, yeah, with Steve, you can just angle for a shield throw, maybe do a spender into Mystique, just toss her off the point and try to flip it.
Mystique's all the way back at the back. You mean Rhino?
Oh, yeah, Rhino.
Yeah, you can't throw Rhino. He's size 4.
He's size
I don't
4,
even think
yeah,
you want to
so.
power him up. Like, I think it's just you go with the Dynamo, you go with the Zemo.
Just leave. Steve basically says, Rhino, if you leave this point, I try to take it. Yeah. Rhino's just vibing there. You're pretty much stuck with letting Rhino do whatever he wants to do if you give him power, and you don't want to do that. I think you go with Zemo here. If you're the Avengers player, I think you just go with Zemo.
Nope, I think he's looking at the Crimson Dynamo. It's the Zemo. Yeah.
Baron Bemo. You just gonna try to kill the Toad? That'd be kind of funny.
Honestly, I don't know if that's the best.
I don't think it is, because if Toad takes 1 damage and Slippery's towards Mystique, and then you don't kill him, he's now going to threaten way, way worse scenario for you.
Yep. It's Zemo goes, tries to nuke Pyro. That doesn't happen. That's okay. Does the extra VP trigger off of the day's characters?
I don't think it does. Let me double check.
I don't want to think so, because that puts it in the spot of no extra VP on days. Thank you, guys.
Yep.
Best case scenario, as of right now, holding objectives for the Avengers. If you own all points and Brotherhood does not score the extra point, you're winning.
Yeah, right now Brotherhood's scoring 3, taking them to 17, and Avengers is scoring
5.
1, 4, 5. Yeah. So you got to get one more VP, and that's really not that hard as the Avengers player to take it to another round.
No, that gets him to 17. 17 if you take it off. Oh.
Yeah. No, this is
only,
coming
like,
down.
if Toad doesn't get within the 2, it's you win. You just gotta take the Pyro, and then take the point.
It's
so tight, so clenched.
You can take the point, because taking the point gives you all 3 of the secures, and then you got 3 points coming from your extracts, which will put you at 17. or if you take the extract off of Pyro, you're
Zemo
good.
cleared the route.
Interesting. So we'll see a charge into a spender.
No, he just can't.
No, he can.
Yeah, oh yeah, he
because
can. But he needs to have the. Okay, he's got the range too. Wow.
Yep.
Spender with reserve members to take him down.
Yep. He's gonna spender with reserve members, absolutely.
Hail
Which is
Mary.
going to be 7 dice. 7 dice, and then he advances medium afterwards.
But that would still be a slow.
Yeah, it still would get shorted. So he'd go and do another short, and then he gets 2 attacks off. Well, he gets 1 attack. Never mind, because he cleared. Goodness gracious.
I think you go as far on the short as you can, yeah, to get the definite within 2
For
frame
sure.
through. Oh wait, he had to charge. He shook.
Yeah, he shook his.
And spender, but not reserve. Yeah, he charged spendered. Okay.
Yeah, no, you're right, because he's. Well, no,
Yep.
he shook the root, so he could charge for 1, spender for 2, reserve members cost 0, so he can reserve members there. Because he cleared the root, not
Yep.
the slow. And he sends 5, but Pyro blocks 1.
He only sends 4.
Oh, he's 4. Trade book, I'm awful at math. Goodness.
Okay. So
And then he does the advance backwards to get back within range 2 for the extra VP, even though I think he's probably within 2 of Panther there.
I think you keep him with the Panther.
I think you keep him with the Panther too, because if you go into next round, you're gonna want
No,
your
you keep him on Widow. Widow's safe. Widow's a safe spot to be sitting. Panther's not threatened. Yeah, you keep him next to Widow for the free point.
I think you put him next to Panther to threaten next round a lot harder.
But then, I mean, Jugs wakes up next round and does stuff. He has his throw online. You go back to get out of beam range if it's another round. You don't want to be beamed.
That's true. Pyro would activate first. Pyro would activate first. See, I'm a very aggressive player, and this is also probably tends to be my downfall. But
no, empathy goes with these guys because we're reaching the 2.5 hour mark. This is where my brain frizzles out when it comes to making these decisions. I've just been whipping the dice.
The safe call of going back is probably right.
Oh, he's setting up that. Oh no.
All right, so we'll be opening with a sick beam next round if we make it. Okay, so back is against the wall.
That Pyro's gonna eat.
That's for damn sure.
Okay. Enjoy your reroll on 2 dice, Panther. Oof. Yeah. He is gonna block that with Toad.
Doing a good old protecting his investment here. And the other side of that is if you decide to shoot the Toad, he's
slippery within the
gonna
point.
slippery away if you don't kill him.
I think that's the thing where you just activate with Steve, flip the point, or move Dynamo back and flip the point. And then make Rhino have to make decisions because Steve can go back and forth.
Yep. I think you get ready to. I actually don't even know. This is tough. Guess we're just shooting Toad. I really don't like that. I think that this is not What you want to do? It's oh no, Cole. He
Yep.
deals 1 damage.
Yep.
Toad's gonna get the power, and he's gonna.
Yep.
Mm. If you can hear that anguish, that's real. I'm in pain. I feel like that slippery just probably this Toad has been putting in the work this game. It's so nuts.
This is the Toad. This is the Toad you want to
This is
see.
the Toad that everyone wants. Gave him a beam though. That's very true.
But does he get the range through on Mystique?
I think he does. I think he does. This is where it's gonna turn super tight.
But and Mystique's got. I think Mystique argues for cover here too. So.
Oh yeah. I think Mystique
Well,
has
at
cover
that
there.
3, I'm sweating on that 3.
I think that's in 3. Yep,
Oh,
that's in.
you'd love to see it. And he's subtracting 2 power. He's gonna do his spender.
What? Does his spender splash for 2? No, it splashes
No,
for 1. What? No, he's doing it to negate cover?
makes sense. Rolls 3. Mystique blocks
Mystique
1.
blocks 1. And it's other characters, right? Other enemy characters within 2 of the target
Yep.
characters, so yeah, it doesn't count Mystique's self.
Toad on 2.
No, that was into Toad.
That was into Toad. Oh, to take him out. Oh shit! To negate the point. That's a better option.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit! So Mystique takes the damage.
Mystique will take 1, yeah.
Or it's actually no. It's before damage
is
though.
dealt,
Yeah,
so
Mystique
Mystique should
would.
take 1.
She would be on 3. Okay.
Okay, so this is gonna come down to can Steve flip this point?
And then flip whatever points Rhino flips.
And then can Rhino flip this center point?
Wow! Wow! Wow!
Mm-hmm.
What a freaking game, man.
Oh yeah. This is probably a good game to explain the general concept of like pulling away from the secures to score points specifically.
Mm-hmm.
Because these secures, while they've been getting scored, have not been dictating the shape of this fight almost at all. Like we saw everyone go to the center round 1, but and I know we're on round 4, we're not terribly far away, but look at where the characters are. We have red characters in blue deployment, we've got blue characters in blue deployment. Um Rhino's been touching this building almost all rounds in this game.
Crimson Dynamo's gone on a great journey.
Yeah, Crimson Dynamo is in his opponent's deployment zone. Crimson Dynamo is notably not the fastest character. Mm-hmm. I'm not terribly surprised by this. I think this is probably your only real play. I don't think trying to square off into a full health Steve is in your
Yeah,
best interest. But
because he gets to that far point and Steve
mhm.
cannot.
Yep, I think you just
So
go
if
for
you
the double flip
succeed
here.
twice,
I think you
that's
only need to
such a tight.
succeed once to make it really tight.
I was wondering. Good question. So I was wondering about the Rhino walk flip attack Steve. Go back to that point.
I think if you do that though, then Steve just has a good walk try to flip.
I think it's I think if you can get to the Widow point, you try to take it because
Yeah.
Steve can't take that back, and that wins Brotherhood the game.
Mm-hmm.
He can. I don't know if he can. He can't make the Widow attack. I think you just walk the flip, see where you end up,
Mm-hmm.
go farther. Using that 3, what's I don't know. Is that equivalent to the Short move and
No,
a large base.
I think so. Maybe it is, and I'm just wrong. Trying to figure out what he's measuring there.
You can always get the range 3 attack, but definitely can't reach. Oh, seen it click. Yep, Rhino's going.
Click,
Rhino's
click.
journey.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if he doesn't get this point. That's a big, big thing. Okay, he definitely clears it. Yeah, he definitely gets the far one. He just has to clear 3 dice. Like one
Yep,
success
he's
on 3
got to.
dice.
Yep, try to flip this point. So if he flips this, that means they've got 2 secures, 2 extracts on the Brotherhood
He gets it.
side.
Oh, one success.
Mm-hmm.
Really, bro, holding your breath there right now.
Okay, so pressure is super on. You're basically now having to go through the pay to flips.
And you literally can't. Like, if he gets this last one, you can't.
Mm-hmm. So if Rhino succeeds this,
He gets
there
it.
it is.
That's game.
That's got to be game, right? Because it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 points right now, and you've got to turn around and stop 2 of them from happening with Steve, and you can only stop 1 or 2.
Stop 2. He's got to be rolling him. He gets it. He takes the damage.
Gets it, takes the
He
damage.
takes
Okay.
that one.
Because if he flips this one, yeah, you still score 3 as the so he takes both.
Ends at 16, 17.
Right? Yeah, because it's 1,
2,
1, 2,
4,
3,
5.
4 to
Yep.
put him at 50 or 60. No, he's only got 4 on the Avengers side, right? So he
He
gets
gets
a
5
50.
from the extra point from Panther.
Oh yeah, Panther's
So
next to Zemo.
16,
Yep.
17. Victory by 1.
Oh, very tight. Let's go ahead and hop on in and have that
Post game chat with him quick.
little conversation. Yeah.
Your first 6 flips. I don't think there's a way to win the game if you miss your first 6 flips.
Alright, guys. Heck of a game. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Oh, sweaty.
Very sweaty, very tight at the end there. Very well played. Cole, you want to start off with questions if you have any?
I will absolutely start off. So, okay. Not really so much of a question, just more of a praise. Pyro really pulling his weight for the game.
Yeah.
Slowing
he did
down those
great.
characters there.
Yeah, Panther whiffing all of his attacks at the
Mhm.
beginning of the game just basically made him unusable, because then when he's got no power, or he's got only the 1 power he generates every turn, and he's rooted, then he can't do anything. If he would have just done 1 damage to Pyro either of those attacks, he could have done a lot more.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's a similar parallel with like Rhino. I felt like a lot of his attacks weren't doing a whole lot. He was just he was
No.
moving around the board doing a bunch and body blocking, but like he just wasn't connecting.
Magnificent mission objective play by Jeremiah. Just wasn't an opportunity. I think I had one in the final round. I could have gone with Rhino first there and robbed the Widow, but then he wouldn't have had the power to pick it up.
Yeah. And then even
Yes,
then, Indomitable's online to keep her there in case she wants to stay
Yeah.
there. Was wondering
Yeah.
the turn 1, my last one is the turn 1 Widow on the far right disturbance.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting her to get 1 shot, honestly.
That's
I
the
knew
hard
that
spot,
he was
yeah.
gonna bring her in, but it's just I didn't roll any blocks, even counting blanks, and he had 4 hits, and so that was probably a mistake. I probably should have just moved, Steve up and taken the point, and then let him come and grab that disturbance with Toad. But I don't know. It was kind of a gamble, but it was probably one of my mistakes. I don't know. It's just hard to know.
It's a hard spot to be in because if you let him get away with the disturbance, like that's a snowball of points.
Yeah, I didn't want Toad to have the disturbance back there all the game like he had, because then it basically just meant that brought him in, and There you go. And you kind of have to let him use his deception at some point. It's going to make a game-altering move. And
Yeah, it's just when do you want that done?
yeah. The thing is counting blanks, I just thought, man, 4 dice versus 3 counting blanks.
Mm.
I'm not sure he's going to get 3 damage. And if he doesn't, then I just double move Steve up there and I can bodyguard her, you know? But I don't know.
I got that. It was a love. I was pretty happy with the deception. Where did she end up about here? I put her within
Yeah.
3 of my rhinos, so he could have got a double tap and maybe a robbery.
Yeah.
But it's deception, isn't it? What a card.
Yeah. You know, because the other thing too is if you do 2 damage to her, then I've got mission objective online for her. So I don't know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
It was whoever I came up and took a disturbance with, it was going to get deception, and maybe it would have been better for me to just play it safe, wait and let you just use your deception round 2 or 3. But I don't know. It was tough.
I really liked the decision, so I was gonna ask the Maxijon, do you really focus heavily on extract play during most of your Brotherhood matches?
I took my own extracts.
Yes.
I didn't like his extracts at all. Of course, there's a chance I pull senators and we have a great day. Look, I consider Pyro and Rhino to be A tier stealers, not S tier. So I find Brotherhood is a lot like that. They're A tier, they're not S tier, but all these pieces that you can run together almost get to S tier. Extract play, particularly on Paranoia, staring down a Crimson Dynamo. I didn't have a lot of options in this game. I needed to win the extracts because Meteors belongs to Jeremiah's squad. It was scary.
I
Absolutely.
don't disagree with that, especially from the Mystique side of things. That is a very, very rough go. And
Yeah,
I gotta ask the question.
yeah.
Emma in the roster. This was something that we were looking at. When do you run Emma?
You guys have not faced down a Logan with exceptional healing, sacrifice,
I play
brace
X-Force,
for
yeah.
impact, Xavier's dream.
There we go.
It is. How many more days we've got? We've got 2 more days until that's legal. Yeah, it is crazy. You cannot put any damage into him. But yeah, you've got to lay in with the double shapeshifter. Try and get Juggernaut close to Do You Know How I Am during Mystique or Emma's turn. It's the only way to get through Logan in March. Calling it now. This squad in particular, I saw Jeremiah was a big Avengers fan. If there was going to be a bubble in the middle, which there kind of was, then it's not a bad idea to shut down Dynamo and bodyguards and shields and yeah. But that's when you want to hit. This game wasn't about hitting. Juggernaut didn't swing his fist once. Yeah. But double shapeshifter, get used to it.
Get used to it.
Hot takes
I
on
want
there.
to.
He played really
Awesome.
well. He did a good
Yeah,
job
it
over
was a
here
very
on
fun game to
the Juggernaut power side, just keeping my guys without any power, never attacking them. And
Yeah.
it was funny, every time you did attack them, I was like, please do some damage. And every time it'd be like, nope. I was like, no.
Here's 5 skulls of wild to push you.
Yeah, Pyro's final activation, 7 dice into 0 with auto incinerate. I couldn't have asked for a better Christmas present.
Yeah.
That was chef's kiss.
All right, well,
Yeah, just having
we appreciate
league
you guys letting
online
us
would have
stream
been
it.
nice. Also, that Zemo not killing Juggernaut and rolling like 9 out of 11 misses really hurt me. I needed him to get power on that big 6 dice reroll all swing and just